What is going... Whoa, I forgot the mic. What is going on, good people? Your boy Smitty joining you for another Start Bench Advice show. That's right. I'm going to take you through all of your Week 13 dilemmas you got going on heading into Sunday morning games. It's the Graveyard Late Night live stream crew. So file on in. Get your questions ready for your boy Smitty. I'm running a little late today, but we are here. We're doing it live. I work for you. Drew's first in the building. Nathan is second in the building. Brandon third. File on in. Mick Sid, appreciate you being here. Big Drop is in the house. Travis Rowe. Zeno, appreciate you all being here. The Fantasy Football Show. It begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, party people? It is time to help you get through your week number 13 start bench dilemmas. I'm sorry I'm running a little late. I had a Miss Smitty's dinner for her work party. Ate a steak dinner, got chicken. You guys see it on my YouTube stories. For those that don't know, that I have stories now on YouTube, just like on Instagram. And if you go to my main YouTube homepage on mobile and you click on my face, my avatar, there's like a red circle around it whenever there's something new. And if you click on that, it plays my stories. And then you can just go through and basically, you know, here's it's kind of behind the scenes, what Smitty's up to, you know, like here I'm talking to you guys. I'm just giving you little insight behind what's going on in my life, what's going on with the show, getting dressed for the dinner. Here's the food. There's the chicken. Make sure you keep tabs on my stories going forward, okay? On YouTube, not just IG. So I'm a little late today because we had to deal with that, but I'm here to answer your questions. Take your phone calls, answer your super chats, and let's hit the phone lines right away.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I'm going to help you get through all your dilemmas you have for week number 13. So let's dig into it. Also, if anybody's got a super chat, drop it. I will answer in the order in which I received them. And we'll also play the voicemails from the Instagram voicemail group. And if you want to become a part of that, all you got to do is go to my Instagram at The Fantasy Football Show. On my Instagram profile, there is a link that says subscribe. If you click that subscribe button for $4.99 a month, you can leave voicemails every single day on the show, Monday through Friday, and I will play them just like I'm about to play these voicemails from the crew right now. We got a phone call too as well. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What up, Smitty? It's Tanner.
What's up, Tanner? Appreciate you calling in, buddy boy. What can I do for you?
Yeah, dude. I just wanted to talk about a trade I just did and see if I can get a committee approval and maybe a little crystal ball segment afterwards.
Well, no promises, Tanner, but tell me what you did and let's see if I like it.
All right. I traded a Lamar straight up for Deshaun Watson and a little T. Higgins.
Lamar. And Deshaun's going to be your starter, I assume?
Yeah, Deshaun's going to be my starter. Take a little bit of a gamble on that one.
Who are your wide receivers, or who would have been your wide receiver, or, you know, if you had not had Higgins, who would have been your player?
I got Amon-Ra and Chris Godwin.
Okay, and who would have been your guy if you didn't do this trade that would have been sitting in your lineup?
Instead of.
Like, if you did do this trade, Higgins is going in your lineup now. Who would be the guy you would be starting with Lamar? I'm trying to make sense of whether the trade works for you.
Yeah, I'd be probably starting Higgins at flex, or I'd switch Godwin to flex.
All right. What I'm trying to say, broski, Tanner, is that you made this trade, right? You're going to put Watson in your lineup. You're going to keep Lamar. Lamar's no longer your starter. You're putting Higgins in.
Yeah.
Who is getting benched now because of this trade is what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out if this trade was good for you or not.
Well, yeah. Who is either Chris Godwin or Rashad White?
See, I don't know if I love the trade if you're literally now putting Godwin on the bench, then you may have not needed T. Higgins. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hate the trade, but I think if Godwin was your player, I don't know that I love the deal because I like Lamar's upside a little more. But Lamar's been really, really bad lately. So I can understand you doing this, and I could honestly, if Lamar went out and flopped tomorrow, I could see myself saying, you know what? He's no longer any better than Watson, like going forward. I could totally see that. So I'm not going to hit take a lap button or Smitty disapprove, but I do think that I probably would have rolled the dice with Lamar if it was me, but it's not a bad deal, bro. He didn't do bad.
For sure. Yeah, the trade deadline's tomorrow, so I just want to get one last little thing in there.
Yeah, you could maybe trade Godwin and somebody and do another trade, but at least you have depth though. If you hit injury or something like that, you'll be fine. So that's not bad. Hopefully Watson is the real deal. I'd rather have Lamar if it was me, but that's me.
Yeah. And then I got Etienne and Walker as my RBs and Kelsey at tight end. So
you shouldn't. Maybe it's not going to even make a difference, bro. But
yeah.
Well, I have a feeling Lamar's gonna have a big day tomorrow. I think he's gonna bounce. That's why I would say I don't love it because I think Lamar's.
He's at least in my lineup this week. The trade will go through for the next week, but so I still got Lamar in my lineup this week. But I'm 10-2 in first place, ready to take it down.
10-2, baby. Attaboy,
let's
Tanner.
Get it.
Appreciate
get
you.
it.
Anything else?
No, man. I've just been looking forward to calling finally. So thanks for answering my call.
Yeah,
and, I'm watching.
I got you in the system, so if you call, I'll see you calling, and I'll probably be more likely to hit the answer button if you're dialing in and I'm in the middle of something. But call back again tonight if you have another question. I'm gonna keep cycling through everybody. All right, later, Tanner.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. This one's from Ryan. If Etienne's out, why does everybody keep asking me if Etienne's out? What do I do? They have him listed as questionable, but his own coach, his own offensive coordinator, say he's good to go. They said it Friday. They're saying it today. He's good to go. So I don't know why everybody keeps saying if Etienne's out. Etienne's not going to be out. But here we go. If lightning strikes,
out, do I play Debo if he's healthy, Hasty, or Knight?
There's a lot of different caveats here. If if Etienne's out, we got to find out if Debo's in, and if Debo's in, then we're playing Debo. If Debo's like spot, restricted, then we gotta probably roll with Hasty because Hasty would be starting. This is if lightning struck the stadium, though. If lightning struck the stadium, Hasty wouldn't be playing because we know Etienne's not sitting because of injury, so it'd have to be lightning. And I don't think you can start Hasty and Lightning because it took out Etienne. You know what I'm saying? Ron Navy dropping a $20 hauler. Immediate assistance goes to $20 hauler individuals. Ron Navy, appreciate you.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Ron Navy dropping that $20 wad right on screen. Ron Navy says, call into the show. Burning question is Jameson Williams, lucky week 13 tomorrow. Jameson Williams, lucky week 13 tomorrow. Jameson Williams is not somebody I'm banking on this season. Am I excited about what he could maybe show us a little flash of what's to come? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about a little flash of Jameson Williams. I really am. But I think everyone that wants to pick him up, similar to wanting to pick up Odell, I don't know how much value we're going to get out of him. Like, at what point maybe Jameson looks amazing right away, but I highly doubt he's full go right away. I feel like Jameson Williams is going to be brought on slowly. Anything's possible. Would I grab him over some scrub that I'll never play? Maybe, so it's kind of dependent on the situation. But I do think a lot of people are a little overly optimistic on guys like Odell, Jameson Williams coming back from injury. It's just hard for me to buy into to these players as any kind of viable starter in fantasy football in weeks 13 through 18. You know what I'm saying? But I am very excited about what's in store for him for the future. Jameson Williams is a talent, an amazing talent. No, don't trade my T, says Howard. He was acquiring T. Higgins, Howard, so he got him, so don't worry. Rock Out says, Smitty, how was your feast? You still full? I am full. I am full. Like Survivor, when you starved yourself for a certain amount of time, and then you go and you eat a whole bunch of food. I got full. Like I hadn't eaten a single breadcrumb today. I did my intermittent fasting. I didn't eat a single thing. I went out and had a steak, chicken, potato, asparagus, broccoli. I shoved it all down the trap, bro, and I'm still full. I feel like it's all right here. I feel like all the food is still right here. It hasn't gone anywhere past this region right here. It's all sitting right here. But guess what I don't have is any heartburn at all, because your boy Smitty's drinking no soda pop, bro. No Coke. No Coca-Cola Classic. None of it. And so I've got no burning going on whatsoever. It feels great. I do miss Coca-Cola. You know, I do miss those Mexican Coca-Colas, man. I don't think I'm running away from those for the long term. I'm just right now dropping the LBs. Trying to get motivated to stave off my boy Johnny Lawrence, who's threatened, saying he's literally telling me that I never follow through with my workout regimes. Bloated Smitty here. Photo taken on 11/20. I'm trimming down. I even look thinner in the face, I think. And your boy Smitty's dropping the LBs. 21 days left, 44 minutes and 16 seconds. 21 days, 0 hours, 44 minutes and 10 seconds. I will be absolutely ripped, and that will be on Christmas Day. And I urge all of you to join me in picking some sort of goal for yourself. And on Christmas Day, you can accomplish it with me. I'll be ripped on here. Right now, I don't have the guns yet. I'm doing trim down mode. I haven't been working out like a monster yet. I'm going to do that the last 20 days. Starting tomorrow, so the last 19 days, I'm going to just get on a regimen. Just a regimen of nonstop working out. I'm trimming down a little bit. And now we're good to go. Okay, I'm down about 6 pounds, I think, or something like that. This question from Drew. Drew, $10 hauler. All $10 haulers get moonshots. Drew, appreciate you. Drew says, start, sit, playoffs begin 9-3. QB Hurts. Running backs are Walker, Lenny, White, Monty, Foreman, Herbert, IR. Wide receivers are JJ, Hopkins, Pittman, Ayuk, C, Watson, Palmer, Kelsey. Very, very good squad. Start, sit. I mean, so Hurts is obviously balling. Walker and Rachaad White are your top two running backs. I wouldn't even consider Monty or Lenny in that dilemma you got. Foreman's interesting. You know, most weeks, obviously, not this week, but I like Rachaad White and Walker going forward. I think you're set there, RB, and obviously for this week. As for wide receiver, JJ, obviously you can't use Hopkins. The Foreman and Hopkins are both on a bye. Guys, make sure you're not starting any players from the Cardinals or the Panthers. You will get no points if you do so. Let's see here. So Hopkins is out. So you got JJ, you got Pittman, and you got probably Christian Watson this week as your three wide receivers. If you have to start an additional flex of any kind, Monty would be an interesting move, although I think I probably would roll with Palmer this week. Obviously, Kelsey's a locked and loaded tight end for you. You're good to go, bro. That's a real easy call for your situation. Miss my super like usual. I'm so done with this show, says Howard. How did I miss your super chat? Howard, I just started the show. Howard, I just began. We're 14 minutes in, and you super chatted, and I got to it already. And you said, no, don't trade my tea, and I don't understand. Thank you. Howard, I appreciate your super chat. I don't know why you're mad about that. I tagged it pretty quickly, actually. Sorry, Howard. I'm here for you. You know, you change your mind, I'm here for you. No hard feelings, no grudges. Come back. You're welcome. I want you here. I don't know how. I always get to the super chats too. If I miss one, I've always said I'll take care of you. Let me know in the comments of the video, the exact video that I don't get to it. I mean, I got to it immediately, broski. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm here for you. Let me know what you need. I'm here for you, Howard. It's always disappointing when someone's like upset at me for something, and I always try and rectify it. But I mean, Howard, you got to give me a shot, bro. You know? I don't know. I'm sorry, Howard. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can say. Kyle, Herbert, JJ, Chase, ETN, Walker, Andrews. Who should I flex? Pierce, White, Debo. I'm going with Debo if he's playing. If he's playing, I'm starting him, bro. I'm starting him. There's just nothing. There's nothing. Hangry Howard. If Howard hasn't eaten yet, I understand. You know, there are times like today, this morning, I was hangry. I hadn't eaten all day. I was hungry, hangry. I needed food bad. But Howard, I'm here for you, bro. Would you rather have Waddle or Amon Ra rest of the season? Probably Waddle, but like they're super close, bro. They're super, super close. Amon Ra, definitely in PPR, says Jimmy. They're very, very close. Very close. Jay says, I didn't get Garrett Wilson. Remember from last night? Yeah, you were like 7th on the waiver wire, bro. Howard, have a Snickers, bro, says Travis. Hopefully Howard stays. I don't know if Howard's ultimately mad, if he's just joking or what. Howard, pretend you're joking. That way we all can just be like, oh, he's joking, okay, and then it just goes away. You know what I'm saying? Just pull the old I'm joking move, Howard. It's the move to make right now. It's the move to make. Grandpa said it. You can't please everybody. He said you can please all the people some of the time, some of the people all the time, but you can never please all the people all the time. And Grandpa sure was right. JT or ETN. JT probably this week, but that's tough. I like both of them. Okay, Howard. Is Howard back? Did Howard? I'll check Howard. I'll check on Howard in a minute. I'll see. I'll check on his messages, see if he's saying, "Hey, I'm cool. I'm good." Usually everybody does. They get little moments, just a little moment. Herbert, JJ. Okay, so give me Debo if he's healthy. There's no signs of restriction, but if we're feeling sketchy about Debo in the morning, bro, we're going to have to make a quick, sharp right turn and go with Rashad White. Pierce is interesting. Of course, I love Pierce, but Jamar Chase, Adam Schefter confirmed that Jamar Chase, who's questionable, expected to return to Sunday's game against the Chiefs. Joe Mixon, according to Adam Schefter, remains in the concussion protocol. Let me put some of these on screen here so that we can go over the news as well. So let me put these on screen. And we can discuss these for a brief moment. Jamar Chase expected to play. These are old reports, though. All Adam Schefter did today, I feel like Schefter was getting lazy today. He just basically regurgitated what had already been reported. And he's like, as stated on Friday, Jamar Chase will play week number 13. It's like Jamar Chase we already knew this. This was not nothing new. Joe Mixon has not cleared the concussion protocol. He would have to clear the concussion protocol tomorrow morning, which is hard to imagine, but possible, I suppose. So Mixon's probably out. I would say 80%, 90%. He's not going to play week number 13. You will see some report most likely tomorrow morning that says Joe Mixon is out week number 13. Samaje Perine is a fantastic flex option and low-end running back 2 in week number 13. Perine's always good for a little action. He's a good RB. He's a good RB. Let's see if I can get this Jamar Chase news up. 1 second. Let me send this to myself on screen here. Jamar Chase. Here we go. This was the Jamar Chase news that Adam Schefter. I think I got to close this out. 1 second. Let me reopen my message here. Mixon. I got that on screen here. Jamar Chase, here it comes. So yeah, get Mixon out of your lineup for now until we hear otherwise. Thank you, Kyle, for your super chat. This next message was from and Numbers knows what time it is. He said he did not do super chats yet. I just got in. I just got in the door. And Howard got all mad at me. Coca-Cola timer. God, I'd die for a nice cold Mexican Coca-Cola that I could throw in the freezer right now, get it chilled just to the point where it doesn't freeze. And just hopefully you will be doing 200 push-ups. Ron Navy and I have a bet. Ron Navy's got to take a video. Ron, not a photo, a video of you drawing. What is he going to put? Smitty's right, I think, on his forehead in marker. I believe that's what we said Ron would be doing. And if I'm wrong, so the bet was Ron called up and was questioning why I was so confident in giving a follower advice to start the Eagles D over the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And I said, well, the Eagles are number 3. And Ron said, well, get your marker out. Or no, I'll get my marker out. I'll write on my forehead, Smitty was right if the Pittsburgh Steelers don't outscore the Philadelphia Eagles on defense in week number 13. And if I'm wrong and the Pittsburgh Steelers outscore the Philly defense, I got to do 200 push-ups right here. I'll have to break them up into 50s, but I'll do 200 push-ups on the live stream. I'll probably not be able to move my arms. Okay, so next super chat here. Appreciate you, Ron Navy, for dropping that super chat. Tyler dropped a super. Tyler says 10-2, first place. Nice job. Cousins, JT, and this is $7 hauler. Thank you. Cousins, JT, Swift, Cordell Patterson, Cordaly, as we call him, or Darrell, I think is what somebody was saying the other night. We got all kinds of names for Cordell Patterson. Cordaly is the best one, though. Tyreek, JJ, Godwin, Andrews. Would you trade Cousins, Swift, and Andrews for Tua, Connor, and Schultz? Probably not. I would love for you to get into the Tua game. But I don't know that I like the idea of Swift, bro. I know it's risky. Connor's probably safer. But Andrews, I really think Andrews is going to have a great finish. I'm going to say no on this. I think Cousins is serviceable enough. Maybe there's another move you can make. He read the super chats. You missed his super chat. Psych. Howard super chatted, then left the video a bit. I don't know why Howard got so mad. Howard, stop and watch. He sends the super. When he sends the super chat. Yeah, you guys got to be patient. Okay. Drink the punch. Said start Kyren or Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson. Easy. Revenge game. Weather. Lots of running. I know the Niner defense is pretty stout on the ground. I know that a lot of people are expecting this game to be a battle, right? And maybe it's really close in score. Maybe it's not. But all I know is that Mike McDaniel's out to prove that he can run the football, and Jeff Wilson's also out to prove that he shouldn't have been traded. And together, I think coach and player are going to try and shove it down Kyle Shanahan's throat on Sunday. And I'm excited to see it. And so, like, if you had a tougher dilemma like Pollard or Swift or something like that, I could understand putting Wilson on the bench or whatever. But Kyren, I'm not feeling like Kyren in that offense, putrid offense, without Stafford, without Kupp. It's bad. I don't sense a lot of production coming out of there or consistency from that ground game. So give me Jeff Wilson Jr. all day long. 7-5 on a 3-game losing streak. Let's change that, Charles. Rashad White or Swift. White is safer. I want to say Swift so bad, but until you see something out of Swift, I think Rashad White's just plain safer. Unless the scoring in your leagues, can support, because you got return yardage. If you've got a player standing out to you that's got some massive increase in influx and points, you know what I mean? Like Cordell Patterson's so much more valuable in a kick return league, so you're going to have to look at all that with your lineup, which Boosie Patterson, there you go. I didn't even finish reading it. So kick return, get 1 point per 10 yards, which Boosie Patterson and Donovan Peoples-Jones, also Green Bay, Washington, or Pittsburgh. So, if you're asking me between Rashad White and Swift, I'm saying Rashad White. If you're telling me, hey, I also have to decide between Cordero Patterson and Rachaad White or Swift, I'm going to go Cordero if that scoring system supports it. Like, you're going to know that. I don't know what Cordero's scoring in that format because I don't play in a lot of those leagues in your specific league. Now, if it comes down to Donovan Peoples-Jones and Cordero, same thing. Like I'm gonna revert to your scoring. Like, what's your scoring suggest is gonna happen? Because I mean, it's tough to know if you're not playing in that league. Like I'm not playing in it enough to know who's ranking ahead of who. So if between Donovan Peoples-Jones and Cordero, I would imagine Cordero. He's more likely to get a touchdown. He's electric. He's always finding the end zone somehow. I like Cordero. I put Cordero in. If I've got to decide between Cordero, Swift, and Rachaad White, I'm going to go with Cordero as long as the scoring is supporting that. It sounds like it with a point per 10 yards. So I would probably go with Cordero. Defensive-wise, Green Bay, Washington, Pittsburgh. Ron Navy says Pittsburgh's going to ball this week, so let's defer to Ron Navy on this one. It's not like you're giving me an option like Philly. I guess I go Pittsburgh. Fields, Mixon, Etienne, Waddle, Higgins, Kmet, Swift, Kamara. Thanks. I like your team. I like your team a lot. I think if Mixon doesn't play, then you shove Rachaad White in over Swift. Kmet, I like with Fields back. Swift, Kamara. Okay, so I think you're trying to take out. Charles, can you explain what you need me to do here? Because it's kind of confusing. You got Rachaad White or Swift, 0.5 PPR kick return gets 1 point. Which boost? Okay, I think you just need me to decide between Cordero and DPJ. Okay, so Cordero, White over Swift. I think I answered the question properly. I'm sorry, Charles. It's been a late night. I'm trying to figure it all out. Corey, appreciate Corey dropping the super chat. Corey, I don't have a question from you, but I'll go hunting for it. T-Law or Justin Fields? We're going Justin Fields. If he's playing, you've got to play Justin Fields. How do you put Justin Fields on the bench? Also, Jamal Williams or Rachaad White. Jamal's safer. Rashaad's a little higher risk, higher reward. Pick your poison. If you need a steady Eddie guy, go Jamal. If you need a home run, you're down already, or you had, let's say, Knox playing and he dropped a 0 and you're just like, you need a swing. I mean, maybe go with Rachaad White. But steady Eddie will be Jamal. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for all of the super chats that you dropped. Did I miss anybody's super chat? The phone lines are open. Dial in. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show, buddy boys. Dial in. Jeff Wilson or Rachaad White? I get that question a lot. Rashaad's safer. Jeff Wilson's got, I think, a little more upside and a little more risk. And you got to pick your poison. There's just no real answer. There's no concrete answer there. They're both very good plays. They're both very capable of doing very well. Burrow or Fields, I'd probably go Burrow. James, it's a very close call. But I think Burrow getting Jamar Chase back is the difference maker for me. And I like Fields this week, though. I think people trying to bench Fields this week for Watson and mediocre options are going to be, and even Dak are going to be disappointed. Too many gravy names. Let's see what I can do, says East Coast Tatty. You miss Bob's, and now he said he's not coming back. I doubt that, but let's see. Someone said that there was another one that I missed, but I think they were just joking. Super chat. Corey, appreciate yours. Thank you, Corey. Travis with a super chat. Travis, appreciate you. Taysom, a good play with Juwan out. Yes, definitely. Kmet or Taysom, that's tough, bro. East Coast Tatty gifted 5 exclusive YouTube memberships.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
East Coast, I appreciate you, my guy. Such a generous dude. Looks like Dean got one. Mitch Cole got one. Joshua M got one. Kev got one. Let's see here. Yeah. Thank you for dishing those out. Brian Robinson gonna go off? Question mark, says Daniel. I don't know. He could, bro. Yeah, so to answer this question, I guess Kmet safer. Taysom's higher risk, higher reward. I like Taysom, though. I do, but he could flop on you. But with Juwan out, maybe he balls out, bro. I'm kind of torn on that one. I guess Kmet's safer. And every time Fields is out there, Kmet's doing well. It's no coincidence that once Fields started going off, Kmet went off. And then once Kmet or Fields went down, Kmet vanished. You know, like if anybody needs a tight end, go look and see if Kmet was dropped. Because he's completely tied to Fields. $20 hauler from TMT.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. TMT. TMT's the man. This is how I roll, Smitty. Dropping $20 haulers. Just got back from dinner with the lady. Missed the first half of the show, but I'll watch it. Chase to the moon. See Chase to the moon. I think he means Jamar Chase to the moon, but yes, Skywalker to the moon. Absolutely, we'll give moonshots all around to those guys. Thank you, TMT. TMT's the man. Appreciate you dropping it. Ron Navy dropping a 20. TMT dropping a 20. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Memberships rolling in because of East Coast Tatty. Appreciate East Coast on that one. Chris Olave. Let me see if I got another couple supers here. Hold on. Thank you again, TMT. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see. We got hit the like button, says Tanner. Appreciate you, Tanner. Phone lines are open. Let me, you might have called, and I'm sorry if anybody called and I didn't answer. I got it open and up right now. It's been open. I just kind of had it set to the side, so my bad. So dial in if you got a question. I'll answer. Here we go. Phone lines are open. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What's up, Smitty? It's Andres.
It's who?
It's Andres.
Andres. What's up, Andres?
What's up, man? I made a trade happen. I called you probably like a week or 2 weeks ago before the deadline happened.
Mm-hmm.
I got T. Higgins. I got Swift for Hawkinson. I think I'm benching Swift for Jeff Wilson. What do you think?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Basically, I made a trade happen that I ran by you a couple weeks ago, so I want to let you know it happened.
Yeah, mute it in the background, guys, if you could. Anybody that's on hold right now, I'm talking to Andres right now. Anybody on hold, please mute it if you could. Go ahead, Andres. What was the trade?
So I got T. Higgins and Swift for Hawkinson and Michael Pittman.
I like that.
And I got Kadarius Toney, but I ended up dropping him. But basically, I'm either benching Jeff Wilson or I'm benching Swift based on your thoughts.
Let's take it to the chat.
I picked up. Okay.
Let's take it to the chat. Jeff Wilson or Swift? I'm gonna lean Jeff Wilson. I know I keep saying it over and over. I know the Niners are a very tough play. It's a tough draw, but you have Miami.
I think they can get exposed.
The weather,
kind of like they did against KC, right?
Yeah, the weather could be, kind of a bad one in this one. On top of that, you have revenge games for both Wilson and the head coach. They want to prove that both of them should have been retained. Like I know you could, like, what could you do? Could you really fire Kyle Shanahan? No. So it wasn't like an option to keep Miami Mike. But I think Miami Mike still in his mind is like, I'm the better coach. Watch this. Student's going to beat teacher. Yeah. So he's in revenge mode. And Jeff Wilson got traded to the guy that's also 100%. In revenge mode. It just feels like an amazing story. I'm going to go with Wilson. I think the majority of the chat is agreeing. But there are a couple of Swifties. And I like Swift. I like Swift this week. He's still risky, and I think if Swift flops, even the biggest Swift supporters are going to come out and say, never mind, he's benched. I just can't start him anymore. Like, he's just one of those guys that, like, until he does it, it's hard to trust him, and I don't blame anybody for sitting him, But
100%, yeah, because I'm thinking he could be a playoff play, and I assess that risk with that trade. You had said it's a risky trade, but I think it's the home run swing that I need.
Anybody that can trade for Swift right now on pennies on the dollar need to do it because the risk far outweighs the reward far outweighs the risk, And if you do 100%. Sit Swift this game and he goes nuts, Jeff Wilson's still going to have a decent day. I don't think you're going to end up like, kicking yourself. But I think at least you'll know at that point that Swift is a go moving forward. Like, Swift is a top 6 to 10 running back potentially down the stretch, but he may be nothing because this team might refuse to give him starter touches. They just might refuse. They might say, we love this rotation too much, and we're going to continue to rotate it, and we're going to continue to take Swift out at the goal line, even though they've given him, if he didn't have that touchdown called back, which I forgot that they called it back the other day when I mentioned he had 3 straight games with the touchdown, he would have if they didn't call that touchdown back. So it's good they're giving him the ball near the goal line. It's not like Jamal gets all of it. But I would say I would go Jeff Wilson. I would go Jeff Wilson, but I love the idea of Swift, in someone's flex spot. Like I'm telling people to start Swift all week. So if Swift goes off, you're going to see me, doing one of these. To the moon. To the moon. We'll be excited. It's not It's not unexpected. Like it's not going to be something where someone can come into my house and say, "Told you," because we're saying it. We're saying it. Yeah. But you're in a dilemma where I like both of them. So you just got to pick.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, here's the other part of that dilemma because you said you would lower me your flex. My flex currently is Garrett Wilson. So I think I don't know. I like Garrett Wilson a little bit more. I don't know. You tell me.
That's so tough because I like Garrett Wilson more every hour, and it's mostly to do with Mike White
because he was on my bench and I started Swift.
Yeah, it's PPR.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, let's re-vote on this one. Rank them in order 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody in the chat, give me 3 names in order. Wilson, Swift, Garrett Wilson. So, DeAndre Swift. I'm sorry. Yeah, DeAndre Swift, Jeff Wilson, or Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
So, can you guys please rank those 3 for us right now? I just want you to get a good, nice vote.
Yeah. By the way, I like the live chat or the live video. By the way, so everybody like the video.
Yeah, like the video.
Stream what's going on.
Like the video. Do what he says. Like the video. Wilson and Wilson. I like that. I like that. I like that law firm. Wilson and Wilson. Wilson and Wilson.
Wilson and Wilson. Wilson and Wilson Jr.
So you got a bunch of votes. So I'm gonna let you sift through the comments, bro. Just look through them all. Make your decision based on the. I will. You got a lot of votes in there. A lot of votes in there, bro.
I'll run through the chat. I just have one more question. Because right before I called, you were talking about Komet, and I'm facing Justin Fields. So, how do you feel about me dropping Foster Moreau for Cole Komet this week?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd start Komet.
Okay, because I don't have him on my team right now, but I think he's on waivers, so I might be able to drop Foster or maybe drop somebody else on my team. I got Pickens, I got Burks, I got Wilson. I don't know. I don't think I want to drop.
I like Moreau. I sense a touchdown for some reason, but it could be like one of those, like Gabe Davis's performance in week number 13 on Thursday night. Touchdown, almost no yards. Like that's kind of Moreau's stat line. But yeah, Komet could have that 2 TDs, or 80 yards and a touchdown type of game, and he's very much tied to Fields, so I'm okay with picking him up and starting him.
Bet. I got you.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Smitty.
Later. Ben, you're next. Ben, what's up?
Not too much, Smitty. How's it going?
I'm good, bro. I might have to keep it quick. I got like five people on the phone line right now waiting, so as fast as you can.
Okay.
Sorry to rush you.
Okay, will do. I want to know how you feel about Jamar Chase tomorrow. I got him in a league. I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time.
Who's your alternative?
Well, if Jamar Chase was to not play for whatever reason, I'd be Traylon Burks.
Yeah, I mean, unless Jamar Chase is out, I'm probably playing him. And unless you hear something like he's going to be a decoy, which they wouldn't tell us, or you hear something definitive in the morning, and I'll certainly tell you on the half hour before kickoff because I'll be live here on YouTube. If we hear something definitive like he's going to be on a snap count, expecting to play like less than half of the snaps total, then it's like Burks probably is safer, but it still doesn't mean you wouldn't contemplate it, because even half of Jamar Chase could be 80 and a touchdown. All it takes is one bomb. But I'm hearing conflicting reports that he's not feeling any pain at all, that he's practicing, and that the practice reports have been a little shaky as whether, he's fully practiced or not. We don't really know. The fact that we're hearing he's expected to play, and we've heard it several times, and the fact that they put him out there at all, I kind of feel like the reason they didn't put him out there last week is that they didn't want him to be on a snap count, because why risk it at that point? But now I kind of feel like they'll definitely dial it back quickly. He'll be on a leash. I don't know what it'll be called. I wouldn't call it a short leash, but I would say a precautionary leash, that they might unhook if the first quarter goes by and he's like, I feel great. They might unhook the leash and be like, never mind. But I think he'll have a leash on him, bro. And the moment he's like, I felt something, they're going to yank him right off. So there's that risk, but I think I take it. I don't think you can sit Jamar Chase if he's playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just like Fields.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Smitty. I also would love to know what, in the fantasy playoffs, who is your favorite handcuff running backs to target? And sort of as a stash, for the fantasy playoffs. Do you have any?
Madison, Mason. Off the top of my head, those are two that are somewhat attainable, like more so than other names of backups. That like Hasty, you got to have Hasty. There's a plethora of them that I think are a must. Like even Kareem Hunt's kind of a cuff still. He used to not be a cuff.
What do you think about Isaiah Spiller or Dontrell Hilliard?
They're okay. They're not elite. They're not elite cuffs to me. I know a lot of people think Hilliard is, but they're not elite cuffs to me. I think they're good cuffs, but I think Madison's win a league cuff. Leonard Fournette is one of the best handcuffs in fantasy football.
Yeah.
I
do have Madison.
If Leonard Fournette gets in there, like let's say Rachaad White goes down, Leonard Fournette becomes a starter. he get.
Yeah.
And I'm joking in a way, but I'm not. Like if like Leonard Fournette was available to somebody that has Rachaad White, you want to cuff him. You do. You want to try, because if Rachaad White did go down, and it's not crazy for a rookie to get banged up, Fournette would all of a sudden instantly rebound to running back 2 value, very strong running back 2 value. But I am like joking around to play on the whole like who's the backup in Tampa Bay. I do think it's Fournette. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I think they already benched Fournette. They benched him. Like he got hurt after he was benched. He probably got his feelings hurt too. But it's Rachaad White's team.
So.
It's Rachaad White's team. But cuffs are tough, bro, because like at this point, how are you going to acquire them?
Yeah.
And what's a cuff? Is Swift a cuff?
You have Rachaad White, and I have Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
That's about it in terms of my handcuffs.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you too, Smitty.
Right,
You're
later.
awesome. Keep it up, man.
Thank you. All right, I got 2 callers on hold. One is named Ben. Sorry, that was Ben. One is named Chuck. The other one is Unsure Johnny, and then we have an unnamed caller. It's the only other caller on the line, so it's you, pal. Whoever you're about to say. Me? You're up. Go, bro. Unnamed person, you're up.
All right. Well, it's Nady.
It's you.
But yeah, love the show.
Show loves you.
I've got a 12-man PPR team. Basically, I need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flexes.
Okay.
And I've got Walker, and I've got Mixon/Pirine. I've got both of them. I've got Kamara. I've got Pierce. I've got AJB. I've got Mike Evans, and I've got Palmer.
Okay. Well, Walker is a lock. I mean, not even worthy of being in this conversation. Kamara, I think same thing with Kamara. I know a lot of people are running from Kamara, but I mean, in this scenario, it's a lock. He's a lock, an absolute lock. There's nothing else.
Okay.
In my opinion, you can't sit him. It's just not. It's not. I don't think it's smart management. AJB and Mike Evans are locks for me, so that's your 2 and 2, and your 2 flexes. It's gonna be for me. It just without even like it's not even. It's obviously it depends on which one to start, but it's Mixon or P Ryan, and I'm gonna roll the dice with Pierce. Now, you're sitting Palmer. That's only one person that we're sitting, right?
Yeah.
But I like Palmer. If you go Palmer or Pierce, that's the only dilemma though. But trust your gut on that one. Yeah. I like Palmer a lot. Mike Williams is out, so Palmer should have a good day. But I just feel like Pierce is very, very capable of, I think, changing everyone's mind again. Remember, he was cut in week 1. People were so mad at him. He can get games scripted out. It isn't a nice feeling to know that your running back can literally be removed from the game plan. But the matchup's fine. I think he's going to have a bounce-back game. That's me. It's a high-risk play. You want safety, go Palmer.
Okay.
Like, seriously, if you're sitting there going, I need to kind of tread lightly here and not make any crazy risks or moves, go Palmer. But if you, are going up against a stacked team, you want a little bit of upside, Pierce has more risk for sure.
Okay. And then I think I already know your answer, but Geno or Watson?
I don't know if you know my answer because I would waver. Watson's really hard to trust right now. He looked very rusty in the preseason. Granted, it was the preseason, but that wasn't like that people will say he's rusty, whatever. He hadn't played football in a while. Well, I don't know that preseason, little bit of preseason he got was enough to shake free this rust that we saw present in his game. So if he was rusty then, and it wasn't just like game scripting or miscues, and it wasn't really his fault, which honestly I don't even remember watching too much of it, so I can't speak to the actual few plays that he looked rusty on. I just know his stat line was awful, and I remember him being rusty, but I don't have it in front of me. I wish I could watch the film right now and give you a real clear.
Well, and the Jaguar fans were chanting some.
Yeah, but that's going to happen.
Nasty thing.
But that's going to happen literally every game. He's facing that every game, But every opposing stadium. But I would say I would say give me Geno. The matchup's really nice. He's been continuing to prove everybody wrong. And I think in a worst-case scenario, he scores very well. And maybe you miss out on a Watson explosion revenge tour. But you could also see them very, very much run the ball and try and ease him back in, bro.
Yep. Yeah, when I asked you that I thought that I figured I knew what which one you would pick. I thought you would pick Geno. So
he's just safer, and it's a good matchup. There are a lot of people that love his matchup this week. They don't just like him; they love him this week. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, thank you very much. Love you.
Yeah. Trust your gut though on the Watson move. Like honestly, if you called me up in 10 minutes and say, you know what, Smitty, I've been looking at it, I'm going Watson. I'd be like, bro, I love it. I love the call. I love any bold call anybody makes off their own gut instinct. You're the one that's got to play this team, not me. I won't remember it. You're the one that's going to watch it. So if your gut screams anything, don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Because, how many people would have said Mike White would have 300 yards and 3 TDs last week? Not very many people at all. And you could be asking 100,000 people that question and think you're making the right call. So just trust your gut.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, bro. Next up is Chuck. Chuck, you are up.
How's it going, man?
What's up, Chuck?
Okay, so I got a team. It's 11-1. We've already wrapped up the 1 seed, so basically the next 3 weeks don't mean anything for me. So I'm trying to prepare for the playoffs here. So I really got 2 questions. One's in regards to a defense, And then the other one's going to be in regards to my tight end. So I drafted Kyle Pitts as my tight end. Obviously, he's hurt. So that, I think, is really the one weak spot that I have on my team.
Yeah.
I managed to pick up Hayden Hurst, so I've been rolling with him. But I also picked up Waller, hoping that perhaps he can maybe, come back by the time week 15 rolls around when I'll be playing again. I'm sorry, week 16 when I'll be playing again because I'll have the first round bye, and maybe he'll do something for me. But I heard you either yesterday or the night before talking about Taysom Hill and stashing him if he ends up becoming like the actual quarterback and how he could be a league winner. So I'm kind of just curious if you think that he would be a guy that maybe I should pick up and stash. There's no IR spot in this league, and there's only 5 bench spots. So I really don't have anybody that I really want to drop in order to pick him up. But I'm wondering if you think that might be the move to help out for tight end.
I think you're a curse for tight ends. I don't think I want you anywhere near Taysom Hill. Yeah, all these moves you've been making that they don't end up bouncing back. Can you stay away from him, please?
Yeah.
With 5 bench spots, I don't know that you're the right candidate for it though. Like he's one of those.
I've got.
But like, who's your tight end this week? Who's your starting tight end?
Well, this week doesn't matter because, again, I could lose the next 2 weeks. I'm locked into the 1 seed. I'm locked into the bye week if I'm 11-1. So I really don't need to worry about anything until week 16. But basically, it's Hayden Hurst is going to be the guy I'm starting this week. Not that it matters. And then I've got Waller, and everything I'm seeing says he's supposed to play again in week 15. But
I don't know
if the Raiders don't need anything, then that doesn't really matter. So I'm kind of more thinking, what I can do at that position for week 16, and I'm thinking, kind of like Taysom Hill might not be, half bad if he ends up, taking over as the quarterback. I think that could potentially be a league winner.
Yeah, maybe I'd rather have him over Hayden Hurst. In your scenario, but we don't know. Like, here's the latest I've got on Waller. Let me screenshot it and put it on screen here because I don't see the same report that you're seeing. The stuff that I have, the most recent information is this right here, which I've seen in several different places. So this isn't just one report. Let me see if I can get it on screen here. So this one
I think
was
it was
from
actually like on the ESPN. This is an ESPN.
But coming straight
from
Josh McDaniels, he said he's unsure whether or not Darren Waller will play in Week 14. I don't know. Yeah. It's not a bad move for you because you've got such a good record and you could kind of wait. I'll probably go, what's Hurst been doing lately? Jamar Chase is coming back to consume some more targets. So what's Hurst even been doing?
Honestly, he's been putting on more points than I was getting for Pitts when he was playing. So,
yeah,
I was winning in spite of, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, what did Hurst do last week, though? 57 yards, then he had 28. No touchdowns, though. He's
6
not
or
getting
7.
He had 2 touchdowns near the beginning of the year, but I'll probably go.
I've been trying to trade for either Kelsey or Andrews because the trade deadline was today. But this is my work league, but none of the guys, nobody ever trades in this league, which sucks.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy. You've got plenty of time to react. I would pick up. If you've got to drop Hurst, you got to drop Hurst. He's not balling out. It's not like you're making a huge mistake. He hasn't scored a touchdown since week number 5, and Jamar's coming back. So naturally, a few targets could be taken away. He had 9 targets last week. He had 3 the week prior, 5, 4. I'd probably roll the dice with Taysom and let that develop on your in your lineup while you're kind of waiting for the playoffs, and if you gotta make a hard right turn, make a hard right turn.
Yeah. Then my other question is defense. So right now I've got New England's defense and I've got Baltimore's defense. And again, I'm thinking weeks 16 and 17 because those will be the 2 playoff weeks. Baltimore is playing Atlanta and Pittsburgh in week 16 and 17. And then I'm also noticing the Chargers are playing Indianapolis and the Rams. I don't know if you would think that one of those would be a preference for a defense to have for week 16 and 17, or even since I'm right now carrying the 2 defenses, I could easily just take one and then pick up Taysom Hill and have kind of Hurst, Waller, and Taysom Hill along with that one defense.
Hers 3 tight ends with a 5 bench minimum or maximum. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
but
I
look,
know.
you've been dominating for a reason. You're doing well. You're clearly ahead of everything in your league. So keep doing your thing. I'm okay with the Chargers. Those are 2 really good matchups. I don't have the matchups in front of me, but if you're correct on those matchups, I do like those. It's really good. Especially
I
the
got
Rams.
Indy and the Rams on them, and then with Baltimore, it's Atlanta and Pittsburgh. So I think both of them would be solid.
Pittsburgh could be. We got Ron Navy in here. We got to be careful, but I do think Pittsburgh. I do think Pittsburgh's going to be not a cakewalk of a matchup anyway. So no need to dial in and get mad, Ron, because I'm on your side. I'm on your side on this one. All right, man. I got to get to these other callers. Appreciate you. Call back if you got another one, Chuck.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Right,
Thank
later.
you. I wouldn't be where I am with this team without you.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. The show loves you back. Unsure Johnny is up. Unsure Johnny, what can I do for you?
What up, Smitty? How you doing?
I'm good. What are you unsure about tonight?
All right. So tonight we got, who do I pick up for Mike White? Because in one of my leagues, all I got is Lamar, and with the way he's been playing, I'm thinking I might need a backup running back.
Who do you
backup quarterback,
pick up for
but
Mike
I have
White?
a lot of running backs.
Who do you pick up for Mike White, or who do you drop? Do you mean?
Yeah. Who am I dropping for Mike White? Sorry.
Okay.
Late.
Yeah, so unsure. Go ahead. Give me a list of names.
All right. So we got sorry. What am I talking about? Got my wrong fantasy up.
You're unsure,
Okay.
bro. This is why we've named you Unsure Johnny.
I think I'm gonna go by unsure now. Take away Johnny. All right, no, we got Lamar, we got Jamar Chase, Christian Watson.
Hold on. Okay.
Guy Walker.
Yeah, read off your worst players. We're not cutting these guys, bro. I don't need to hear these guys.
Oh yeah. My bad. Okay. We got Tyler Conklin, Taysom Hill, Chris Olave.
Olave?
Sorry, I'm not gonna drop him. And Pacheco.
Johnny's okay. Johnny, go ahead. Pacheco. You're not dropping Pacheco. Go ahead.
No, I am. I have way too many running backs, I think. This is what I was trying to say.
Okay, Pacheco.
I have I can't even play Jeff Wilson Jr., Rashad White, or Pacheco because I got Kenneth Walker and ETN and Derrick Henry.
All right. So give me your worst guys in your mind. Pacheco, Conklin. Who else?
Pacheco, Conklin, and Taysom Hill. That's it, actually. And I have another issue coming. I don't know what you think about Jameson Williams, but I got to take him off my IR.
Yeah.
Do I just let him go, I guess?
Yeah. In your scenario, I mean, look, I like Jameson Williams a lot, but not really sure how much he's going to help people this year.
Same.
I mean, he could,
exactly the
but
same.
look, I drop Conklin. I take the shot on Taysom Hill. I drop Conklin.
That's so funny because I picked up Conklin this week because I wasn't sure about Taysom, but
well, joke's on him.
I was feeling Mike White.
Joke's on
So
Conklin.
I was like, oh my gosh, Mike White, Conklin stack.
Yeah. I'm sure. You might not be it, but I am, pal. I'm sure for you. Okay?
All right.
Conklin's got to go.
I need you. Appreciate it.
We all
Bye-bye,
need
Conk.
you. We all need your keep bringing the content, bro. You're gold. I'm sure Johnny's gold when he calls
And then
up.
I got one more team. I just want you to let me know what you think. I'm third place here, and I'm playing the second seed. Let me know if I need any improvement anywhere. I need to let someone go.
All right.
All right. I got Geno Smith, Amon Ra.
Amon Ra. That's Amon Ra.
The Sun God.
Yeah, but it just the way you said it was like I felt like there was an extra syllable. Amon Ra. It's almost like you said hi to him. Amon Ra.
Amon Ra. All right.
Amon Ra.
Jonathan Taylor.
It's a hard A. Amon Ra. Okay, go. St. Brown. Go ahead. Geno St. Brown.
Waddle, Barkley, JT,
Waddle, Barkley,
Andrews,
Barkley, JT.
And then in flex I got Burks. I got Mike White on the bench, Pacheco, Jeff Wilson Jr., Isaiah Likely, Alexander Madison, and then Zay Jones. And IR, I got Khalil, Justin Tucker. You don't care about defenses, I'm sure.
Not really.
Yeah.
Amon Ra. Aaron.
Aaron? My bad.
Aaron. Amon Ra.
Amon.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So what's the question here? You want me to tell you who to drop?
Nah, I just want to know.
It's
Leave
a
it
good
alone.
team, bro.
Everything was good to you, I guess?
I mean, I obviously love for you to get a better quarterback in there. Not that Geno's bad. Everybody calm down. But I'd love to see Hurts or whatever. And you got depth. Can you make trades or no?
No, not anymore. We just
What am I gonna do? What can
on the bench.
What can I even do then? what can I do at this point? You're talking about lineup. So Jay Will, who do you got on the bench again? Jay Will, Pacheco.
And I guess at this point, you can just tell me if you think I'm gonna win against.
Yeah, let's just do crystal ball for you, bro. I think that's what you want. And you're unsure. Let me tell you what you want. You want me to crystal ball this team right here. According to my mind, let me leave my body, go into the mountains. Okay, I'm back, bro. This team is straight fire. I mean, the fact that you've got Barkley and JT, both potential top 5 running backs. You got Amon Ra St. Brown, not Amon Ra St. Brown. You have Amon Ra St. Brown, and Waddle, potentially 2 top. 4 to 7 wide receivers. You got the number 2 tight end. This is a good squad. You got the depth to handle any injuries. I like it, bro. I think you walk in as a top 3 potential team. I like it.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Hey, call back if you got something else. We'll take care of you. You know that.
Appreciate it.
All right, later, Johnny. These guys crack me up, man. We got a couple. Hey, rock out. Hang tight for me real quick. Let me just get these super chats out of the way. This is one from Ron Navy. Wrong button. Ron Navy to the moon. Ron Navy, I appreciate you, my guy. Ron Navy says, I think Adam Thielen could have a real good game tomorrow. Think we will benefit from Sauce Gardner covering JJ all day long. So Thielen goes off. Great flex play, I think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give a thumbs up if you agree with Ron Navy on Adam Thielen. If you're feeling Thielen, thumbs up. If you're not feeling Thielen, thumbs down. Thank you, Ron Navy, for that conversation piece. Fat Mike says, Bam, Knight, Zeke, B-Rob, or ETN. Who sits? I suppose Bam, Knight. I mean, Zeke's steady. B-Rob's steady too. Neither one of those guys are going to win you your league. ETN's obviously a start. But if you're sitting 1 by this question, I think you're sitting 1. It'd be Bam. Even though I like Bam. I like Zonovan Knight. He's a good running back. 2 $20 haulers. 1 from Ryan. 1 from TMT.
Mashed potatoes.
1 and 2. Appreciate you both. You guys are absolute monsters. Both of you. Ryan says PPR starting Hurts, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, Jamar Chase, Olave, Hawkinson, Palmer, Jamal. Do I keep that lineup or do I put in Swift or Bam Knight or Jaylen Warren? Don't worry about Jaylen Warren. Lost Javonte. Your wizardly wisdom has still put me at 10-2. Thank you. Awesome, bro. 10-2 losing Javonte is crazy. So nice job. Very, very good record. So Swift or Bam Knight. Hurts, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, Jamar Chase, Olave, Hawkinson, Palmer. I maybe go Swift over Palmer. But that's me. I'm dice rolling that mofo, man. I would probably go Swift over Palmer, but that's me. I would dice roll it, Ryan. But your safety is Palmer. Safety is Palmer, no question about it. We got another $20 hauler from, who's this from? So I was from Ryan. Jaime dropping a 20 spot.
Mashed potatoes.
Jaime, God, you guys are amazing. Jaime, hang tight. Fun weekend drinking game, Smitty. I get to take a drink when someone cries, you missed my super chat. You can never please everyone. Keep up what you're doing. Thank you, TMT. Appreciate you. Only TMT drops a $20 super chat to just, support just give a comment of support. Like, what a dude. Well, Ron Navy does that all the time, too. Ron, appreciate you. A lot of you do it. But I appreciate you. Jaime, $20 hauler, my guy. Smitty, you're the man. No one works harder than you. Appreciate that. I work for you, so you work hard in turn. Nobody works harder than all of you because I work for you. Smitty, you're the man. Need a flex play. Deontay Johnson, Mac Hollins, Treylon Burks, Zonovan Knight, Jermichael Hasty. Need one in the flex. Appreciate you, my guy. I would say give me Burks. He's the most likely to get the most work. Guaranteed work. That's a pretty easy call for me. I think it'd be pretty much everyone else's choice as well. And who would you rather stash, Hilliard or Madison? I'd rather stash Madison. As I mentioned earlier, you may have missed it. I think Madison's a win-a-league stash. I think Hilliard is not. I think Hilliard's good. Hilliard's going to help support you. And if he was ever starting, but I don't think he's win a league like Madison. Rock Out, are you still there, Rock Out? I think Rock Out dropped off. Rock Out, call back. I got 2 callers on hold. One I just added like a couple seconds ago. Please hang tight. Let's roll with the other caller first. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Smitty.
What's up? What can I do for you?
Hey, so I started out 5-1 in this league that I'm in, and I'm 5-7. So I need some help for this week for sure, with some start sit suggestions. And here, let me just give you a couple or a few players for my flex. And I just want to know what you think about who you recommend starting. I mean, I have a good projection to win this week against this other guy, but need some confirmation here. So, I got Olave as a flex option. I got McLaurin, Zay Jones, and Rachaad White.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Say it one more time.
So I got Olave, McLaurin, Zay Jones, and Rachaad White.
Okay. And how many do you need?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How many do you need?
How many?
¿Cuántos
Sorry,
personas tú necesitas
How many
en
people I
este
need?
partido?
So this is for flex. So, yeah, this is just for the flex. So for my wide receivers, I have DK Metcalf starting. And for my running backs, I have Eckler and Chubb. So I just need maybe wide receiver opinion and maybe a flex.
Okay, so I'm going Olave and I'm going Rachaad. Lock it in. Boom. I like Zay. I like McLaurin. Unfortunately, I like all of them, bro. You're probably gonna miss on this one. You're probably gonna miss on this one 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, because you got 4 guys that are almost identical in some ways. But I go Olave. I go Rachaad. Those names pop out to me, and I'm doing it live.
Right. And you would start DK for sure, right? Over McLaurin?
DK over who?
McLaurin? Terry?
Yeah, I go DK.
Terry?
Go DK, bro. All right, bro. You got another one? Call back.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Later. All right, next caller. Woo. Hello. 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 All right, while you're deciding whether you want to ask a question, let's go to the Mike, the milkman. The milkman. What's up, milkman?
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
I forget why do we call you the milkman?
To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Does anybody remember why we called this guy the milkman?
milk?
Why do we call this guy the milkman? The milkman's baby?
I have no idea, Smitty.
I don't know why we called you the milkman, bro. Okay, well, anyway, what's up, Milk? What can we do for you?
All right, so I'm in a full point PPR super flex. So I'm starting Jared Goff, no matter what. But my other two options is between Aaron Rodgers and Mike White. What do you feel comfortable with on those two?
I mean, I go with the guy that's been balling out last game, you know.
So Mike White, it was like Aaron Rodgers. He's coming against the Bears, same team that Mike White did last week. So I'll stick with Mike White, and then the other one is how do you feel between sitting Pittman for Treylon Burks?
I could go either way. To be honest with you, I would be forcing myself to answer that question. Rock out, call again. I don't know why I had you on hold. I would be forcing myself to give you an answer. Burks is probably safer for volume. But I mean, either one could outscore. I like Pittman a lot.
Last question is so Jameson Williams is obviously active. I got to move him out of my IR spot.
Jason Williams,
Phillies defense and Jets defense. Which one do you feel comfortable with dropping?
Philly scoring more, bro. So I'm going Philly. They're third. They're like second or third. So I'm gonna roll with Philly.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Philly. The Birds. Go with the Birds, bro.
Smitty.
Yeah, Milk, are you there? Milkman? Just hear a lot of breathing.
Hello?
The breathing. We'll call him the breathing Milkman. Yeah, we hear you, breathing Milkman. You're there, loud and clear, bro.
Oh, this ain't Milkman. I'm sorry.
No. We got a few of you on the line, but Milkman was. I don't know if he was having a panic attack or what, but we heard him breathing. Milk, we hope you're okay, bro. Call back. So I got Rock out, and I've got two other individuals on the line. Hold on, the Milkman's calling back in. I just want to make sure he's okay. Hold on. Hey, Milkman, you okay?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you crashed the milk truck, calling in live while you're driving around delivering milk. We just want to make sure you're good. Real quickly, I got a lot of other callers on hold here, so make it quick. What's your last question?
All right. I just want to know if I should start Rachaad White or Dameon Pierce. That's my running back too.
Is this the Milkman still? You sound different.
No, I'm not. I'm not the Milkman.
Bro, I'm talking to the Milkman. I'm not talking to you.
All right, my bad.
Who am I talking to? Who is this? Let me know who you are so I can address you next. The Milkman hung up again. The Milkman hung up again. I don't know if the milk's in his ears or what. He can't hear anything. So why don't you re-ask me your question? Pearson who?
Or Rachaad White.
Rachaad White probably, my guy. Here he is again. I'd probably go Rachaad White. I think Rachaad White's a little safer. I do like Pierce though. I think you're not wrong for contemplating it, but I think we let him prove it and we go with Rachaad. It's not a great situation for either of them, but because you got Lenny coming back, but I do believe Rachaad White already earned the job, and Lenny was going to be. His role was going to be dramatically reduced anyway. It would be not. He is questionable. Leonard Fournette's still technically questionable, so maybe he doesn't play in the morning. But yeah, that's where I go, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Anything else?
I'll take your word for it.
Anything else?
That's pretty much it. I'm just trying to stash my running back 2 for the playoffs. I'm second overall, so just trying to figure out who I'm going to start for my running back 2.
Yeah.
The rest of the season.
Hey, trust your gut though, bro. Because I'm on the fence about your question a little bit. You know what I mean? So if you were screaming Pierce and you're like, well, he said, I'm not feeling like, oh, this is 100% call, bro. So trust your gut, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Call back if you got another question. What was your name?
Eric.
All right.
Eric B.
All right, Eric. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
All right. We got one other caller on on hold here and rock out. Let's go to rock out first, and then Milkman I think is still on. He hung up again. This Milkman, he's got either the worst reception. They need the milk department needs to give him a better phone line. Okay, ASAP. This guy's out here doing God's work, delivering milk to every one of your family members. Okay, the milkman needs a better cell phone plan. That or he's got milk in his ears and he doesn't know he's on hold because he keeps calling back and hanging up, I don't know what's going on with him. I love that I'm addressing the milkman. Oh, the milkman's still there. Milk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Milk, what's up? What happened to you, bro?
It just cut out. I got T-Mobile, I guess.
I guess, yeah, that happens. What's your last question?
My last question was, have to move Jameson Williams out of my IR. Which defense do you feel comfortable the rest of the season between the Jets or the Eagles?
So you're the only one that didn't. You're the only one that didn't hear me answer this because your phone was cutting in and out. Philly.
Yeah.
Philly. Yeah.
Drop Philly?
No, I'm comfortable with Philly because they're like second or third in almost all scoring formats. I like the Jets a lot. I really do. And you could say like Mike White, it's going to trickle and cascade, and the defense is going to start doing better and better. And maybe they're better go forward than the Eagles. You could say that. I wouldn't blame you, but I think the Eagles make plays.
Okay.
It's tough though. You can't keep both of them because I really like both of them, and matchup would make me want to rotate them. That's a great rotation, bro.
You're telling me, but I'm torn. I really can't afford to drop anybody. Yeah, there's really nobody. I mean, Foreman, Burks, Rashad White on my bench. These are all people on my bench. DJ Moore.
Name your worst four players.
As of right now, Michael Pittman Jr. Let's see.
I know you're going to
DJ Moore, but who knows? I'm not dropping Michael Pittman Jr. DJ Moore, but who knows with Sam Darnold? Obviously, last week.
So the reason you got to do this is because of Jameson Williams?
Well, ESPN, you can't pick up any more moves unless you move.
Well, then cut Jameson
IR
Williams.
regardless.
Then cut Jameson Williams.
Just cut Jameson Williams.
Yeah. You gonna put Jameson Williams in your lineup? Like, who are your top three wide receivers?
Right now, it's Pittman, AJ Brown, and Alan Lazard.
Yeah, oh well, I mean, I don't think your third wide receiver is all that great, but I mean, I don't feel like Jameson Williams. Does anybody really believe Jameson Williams is going to come out on fire and not be like brought along slowly? I don't know why everyone is so. I like him a lot, but everyone's expecting the world from him, and similar to Odell Beckham Jr., people, have been acting like Odell's coming back, and I just don't understand it. There's even a word today that Odell might not. There's concern and a lot of people thinking that Odell might not play at all this year, and I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't understand why people like Odell Beckham Jr. at all. So it looks like his debut, Jameson Williams. I just want to look at the latest news report on him. His debut in Week 13 against the Jaguars after, let's see here, paved the way for him having a debut. He's going to get back into game shape. Return marks a welcome occasion for a 12th overall pick in 2022. Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of time to try and get there by like the final week or two maybe, but is that something that I'm all that concerned about? Because what if you're not even in the mix anymore? Comes to week 16. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're using him in week 14. I don't think you're using him in week 15. Like, maybe he gets into a rhythm and starts looking to form. I don't know. It's so tough. Just coming back from an ACL tear, I just don't see him going. Okay. I don't know. Let's see what the chat thinks, because I like him a lot, but I just think everyone's expecting way too much.
I gotcha.
J-Mo is him. Of course he is, but it's tough to expect that his first game back. He's off IR now. Jameson Williams is off IR. It might be too late for Jameson just to become a monster his rookie year coming off a ACL tear. Like, it's going to be next year. It's going to be next year.
All right,
I like Jameson Williams.
I hear you, man.
Hold on. We're still getting a vote here. Cut him, drop Lazard. You know what? What happens if you cut Lazard? I actually don't mind that idea. Lazard's not that impressive to me. Who's your wide receiver 3? If you cut Lazard, is it Jameson Williams?
He was my wide receiver.
Yeah,
3.
but if you cut him, do you have anybody else, or is it Jameson Williams?
It would be between Burks and DJ Moore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cut Lazard. Cut Lazard. Raise Jameson up. Keep the Jets. I like that. Whoever said that was the best move. Lazard. I'm not worried about Lazard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Who's next? Rock out. I'm sorry I made you wait, man. Rock out. What can I do for
you? What's up, Smitty? I need a group chat on this one.
All right.
Would you still play Mike White over Derek Carr, even though he has a pretty good matchup that could be a shootout?
Yeah. Mike White's threw 3 TDs, my guy, and 300 yards. And his last healthy start before that, 400 yards and 3 TDs. You know, Derek Carr is definitely shaky. I love that he's got Adams. I love that, especially if Jacob sits, then it's even an easier decision. But I'm not sitting Mike White coming off that game. In my opinion, not for a Derek Carr. It just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. But trust your gut. It's not crazy. I'm not going to make you take a lap over it. Mike White's far from 100% proven, but I think he's got a pretty good track record for the amount of games he's played. He's been looking pretty impressive.
Right, and one more question. Would you pick 2, Swift, Pacheco, or B-Rob?
Pick 2?
Pick 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, sit B-Rob. But, I mean, those are all really close, bro. Sit B-Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, hang tight right there, Rock Out. I got Ron Navy and you on the phone. I want to keep you guys on the phone together. There's one more caller on the line. What's your question, my guy?
I got a running back question, Smitty.
Yeah.
I got to either start Monty, Jamal Williams, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Gus. And I might have to play 3 of them because I got Debo in my flex, and I don't know what he's going to do yet.
I don't trust Gus at all.
Okay.
Let me pull up this news on Gus real quick. I just don't trust Gus Edwards at all, but they seem to when he's on the field, but at the same time, like, what did Kenyon Drake had 2 rushing yards, and he had 2 rushes for 2 yards in week 12. What a flop. Kenyon Drake, this entire rushing attack is fool's gold. Like, you don't know what you're going to get, man.
So for Josh Allen, too. I had Lamar the whole year.
Easy call for me. If I've got to play 2, though, I'm putting Monty on the bench after that. And I would play Debo. As long as Debo's playing, I play Debo over Monty. But if Debo looks like a decoy or something like that, then, we got to reassess. But
you're saying start Wilson and Williams?
Fire them up.
And Monty?
Yeah. Jamal, Jeff Wilson, and then Monty if you need him.
Okay, thanks, mate. Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Call back if you got another one. Later.
Later.
Ron Navy, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Rock Out? So,
what's good, fellas?
Pick 'em for tomorrow.
What do you got for us, Ron?
I got a lineup.
All right, hit us with it.
And actually, they're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty good options all the way across.
Hey.
There's a lot of different ways you can go.
Hey, Ron, can you hang tight real quick? Can you hang tight real quick and let me get these super chats out of the way so nobody misses out real quickly? Just I'll blast through them real quick.
Going, no problem.
Just hang there. Rock out, stay there too. Who would you rather stash, Hilliard or Madison? I got that one already. Appreciate you. WRM says playing CMC Najee, play Pacheco or Jamal Williams. I think Jamal Williams is safer. Doesn't mean I don't love Pacheco. Doesn't mean Pacheco can't be a top 10 running back play at any given moment. I just think Jamal's proven already that he's getting those touchdowns, and I think that you're going to regret putting him on the bench, in my opinion. More info on YouTube Zoom call tomorrow. Just joined. Awesome. So, Jonathan, thank you for joining the $9.99 YouTube exclusive membership. If anybody else wants to do that, I'll drop the link right now. Basically, we get on, Ron Navy's on there. Rock out, we need you to get on there tomorrow. I'll send you a link. But we get on the Zoom calls at halftime of the morning games. So the first set of games, all the morning games, halftime of those early games, we go live at halftime on Zoom. I put a link, Jonathan, you're going to go to the community tab on YouTube. So if you're on mobile or on desktop, on my main YouTube page, homepage, you'll see a community tab. You click on that community tab. As soon as halftime starts for like one or two of the games, I usually start the Zoom call, create a post on there, put the Zoom link in there, and hit submit, and then it's right there. So you'll be able to click the link, and also you'll likely get a notification, assuming you got notifications turned on. So the link will always be in the community tab once we're live. The second set of that we go live on Zoom the second time at halftime of the Sunday evening game. So morning game halftime, Sunday evening game halftime. We'll see you there, Jonathan. Just look for the link in the community tab at those times. Appreciate you joining. We got a couple more super chats and we're cleared up. Taysom Hill or Conklin. I'm going Taysom Hill. Jawan, especially with the extra attention that Taysom's going to get this weekend. We still don't know if eventually he's going to end up getting the quarterback snaps. He's a really sneaky hold, but a decent play for people in desperate spots. St. Brown, Reek, CMC, Barkley, Herbie. Let's have a day. This has been one heck of a year already. These last 5 weeks are going to be nuts. Stay on the grind. Let's freaking go. Smitty, Avi to the moon. Avi, appreciate your kind words and all your support over the years. Avi's been here from the get-go. Logan, appreciate your $5 hauler. Logan says, hey, Smitty, 2 questions. Choose PPR. Choose 2. Jamal, Pacheco, Rashad White, and Freiermuth. I'm going to go with Jamal as 1. And then Pacheco, White, it's pick your poison, man. Pacheco probably has a little bit safer amount of volume that he'll get. But Casey's proven that you could think that, and then it's something different. So on its face, it looks like Pacheco's got more guaranteed touches because Leonard Fournette potentially could be back. But if Leonard Fournette doesn't play in this game, he's still questionable technically. Then Rashad White's the pick. He's a running back 1. Okay, so pick your poison there. Trust your gut because it really is. And maybe Ron and Rockout will weigh in on that one in a second. Tua or Trevor Lawrence. I feel like I would go Tua despite the tough matchup. However, if rain looks really bad in the morning, we might want to detour on that one. But I really think Tua, Miami Mike is going to try to put it on the Niners. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Trevor Lawrence is safer. He's safer. He's got a good matchup. He's definitely safer. But Tua would be the play I would make. That's a higher risk play. Thank you, Logan, for your super chat. Sick Nasty. Am I taking a lap for starting Pickens over, I assume that's Rashad White, and also Eagles defense versus Tennessee or Washington defense versus the Giants? I'm going Eagles. Ron Navy and I have a bet on the Eagles. I'm so confident in just starting the Eagles pretty much on lock that they would be my choice there. By the way, Wolverines to the moon. Appreciate you, Sick Nasty. And to answer your question, are you taking a lap for starting Pickens over Rashad White? No. Rashad White is a very decent play for sure. I feel like he's almost a lock for like 7 to 11 points, somewhere around there. I do think Rashad White holds more upside and maybe not that much more risk. I would go White, but I still love Pickens. If I have to start a wide receiver only in a wide receiver 3 spot or something, I like Pickens a lot. But I would probably go Rashad White, but that's me. especially if Fournette sits. If Fournette sits, man, you got to put him in there. Swift, Zonovan Knight, or Rashad White, and Goff or Mike White. Okay, so I'm going to go Swift. No, I'm going to go, if Leonard sits, Rashad White for sure over Swift. If Leonard doesn't sit, it really is a toss-up, and it comes down to White is a little bit safer, even sharing carries, than Swift, because Swift's sharing carries too. But Swift has a little more upside, but a whole lot more risk. So I probably would lean Rashad White, but Swift is tempting. And I would go Mike White over Goff. But really, I could see St. Brown, everyone likes Jameson Williams coming back. I could see Goff having a 2 or 3 TD game. It's very, very possible. He's always capable of that. 2 more Super Chats real quickly, guys. They just kind of came in, so hang tight. 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, 2 flex. Monty, Etienne, Walker, Kamara. Okay, so 2 running backs. I'm going to go Kenneth Walker and Kamara. Lock it in. 1 wide receiver is going to be Adams. Locked in. And 2 flexes. I'm going to go Rashad White. It's between Rashad White and Pacheco. And then Jamal Williams is the other lock. So Jamal's the 1 flex, and then it's between Rashad White and Pacheco. You kind of heard me talk already. Pacheco's guaranteed a little more work, but that isn't like that could change in a snap. I probably would roll Rashad White if it was me. And 2 QB league, White plus Carr or Pickett. I would go White and Carr. Ron Navy, one sentence answer, Pickett or Carr, and why? 1 sentence.
Pickett, because every single week he gets better, and he hasn't, in the last 3 games, he hasn't thrown 1 pick, and he's just progressively getting better every week. Carr, you already know, is top side, and it's not good.
It's a long sentence, but he did get it in. Okay. He put a couple commas in there. Appreciate you, Ron Navy, for getting that out there. I would go Carr. Ron would go Pickett. There you go. You got a dilemma there. But I do think that Carr's got the weapons. It just feels like, he's capable of those. Even on a bad first half, come out, if they're down, especially throw 2 TDs to Devontae Adams. And a $20 hauler. Robert, appreciate this $20 hauler. Robert says, here's 20 for the road, Smitty, to the moon. No, Robert, you're to the moon, pal. Appreciate you, my guy. Okay, I'm caught up on Super Chats. If I missed anybody, please yell at me, and I will help you out. What do you guys have to say? Any comments from anything that just happened? Anything irking you, Ron?
Nah, I just with the whole thing. I know I'm over pro Steelers this week, but Atlanta's got the 25th worst passing defense in the league.
Yeah.
And that's why this week I'm to the moon with these guys.
But you remember what I said about that. You can't really consider Mariota a passer. So it's like he's running. It's basically the Steelers' run D. What's the Steelers' run D rank?
We held JT under 100 yards, didn't we?
Yeah. So I think it's more about that. It's more about that. And Charles said real quickly, would you drop any of these players for Pacheco, Swift, Rashad White, or Cordero Patterson? Would you guys drop Cordero for Pacheco? I think I probably would if I had to. I don't want to drop Pacheco, but if I had to, right? He's just in a better spot. Unless it's the return yardage league, Charles, then you can't drop Pacheco. I'm sorry, you can't drop Patterson. Do you guys agree Pacheco over Patterson?
Yeah. I'll do Pacheco for Patterson.
Yeah, unless it's return yards. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Ron, hit me with your picks this week. What are the locks, man?
I got 2. They're really good this week. There's a lot of choices you can make. I got ETN at higher than 0.5 rushing touchdowns. I got Derrick Henry at plus higher than 0.5 rushing touchdowns. I got Jamal Williams at higher than 0.5 rushing touchdowns. I got Mike White at higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns because Minnesota's pass defense ain't that great either. And then I got, which you don't like, you probably switched this one out, Greg Joseph making more than 1.5 field goals. That was the one. And then my bias picks were There's a lot of them, Smitty, with 0.5 rushing touchdown. Brian Robinson, 0.5 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker, 0.5 touchdowns. And then I did another Derrick Henry with a 0.5. And then, of course, my bias pick, Freiermuth over 49.5 receiving yards and Pickens over 48.5 receiving yards. Those are my two ones that I put in.
Yeah. Let me plug into the computer here, and
it seems like there's a higher this week, a lot of higher than 0.5 touchdowns, which those are phenomenal picks for these guys. I mean, your odds are better, I think, with a lot of these picks.
Yeah. Let me plug in here, and we'll look at these on screen. But I'm going to do a couple. Hold on, my phone's acting up here. I'm going to do a couple of these pick'ems right in front of everybody right here. So we'll do it live. Let's see here.
Hey, Rock Out, I hope you get on the call tomorrow, and everybody that's listening, those calls that Smitty's talking about during the half times, they're a lot of fun. We talk about the games. We talk about, a lot of different things in there. So they're a lot of fun. So if you can, join those calls.
Yeah, Rock Out, we'd like to have you on there. Anybody else want to join that? Join the YouTube exclusive membership. The links are in the every single video I have. It's also the blue join button on the main YouTube homepage. Okay, so I've dialed in here. Or dialed in. I've got my phone plugged in. I'm plugged in. I'm gonna pick some over under. So Mike White, 1.5 TDs. I like that. I think he's throwing. I'm doing that over on Mike White. That feels like a lock. I'm gonna save this one. All right, I can't screenshot it right now. Okay. Garrett Wilson, 11.95 fantasy points. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, you can probably get that.
That's really good. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go a lot of Jet players, I think. Cousins, 1.5 TDs. That's not too bad. But the Jets are tough. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that. You've got Sauce on JJ, right? So I'm gonna stay away from JJ, even though I think JJ is still fully capable. I just want to stay away from that one for some reason. Derrick Henry, 2 receptions isn't bad. What's he been pulling in though?
He's been getting 2 to 3 receptions per game.
Yeah, he's got 3, 2, 2. But
I think the touchdown, I don't know. I just gravitate to the 0.5 touchdowns. And I tried to split it up. I tried not to pick too many players on one team because that's been screwing me over a lot lately.
I feel like D. Henry is good for a score. Like, even if he doesn't have, like, a great yardage day, I feel like he's going to score. And you guys, if you want to do this as well, go to Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Deposit, they'll match up to $100 on your first deposit, a bonus match. This is at Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 on your first deposit. I just put the link in the live chat. I'm going to pin it right now. Play these over-unders. They're absolutely phenomenal. They're so fun. They give you some extra skin in the game, and they're just like, they're awesome, man. Okay, so I'm going to go 0.5. And when you do a 5-pick contest parlay like this, if let's say you bet $5, it'll pay you $100. If you bet $10, it'll pay you $200. It's a 20-time multiplier if you do 5. You got to land all 5.
Usually I do between 20 and 40. That's why I win the $400, $600, $800 ones.
Yeah. Oh, I love Jalen Hurts bets. I always do well with them. 10 rushing attempts, 49 rushing yards. That's not too bad. He's been balling out on the ground, man. What's his last? So 28 yards, 86 yards, 157. He had such a great game last week. 157 rushing yards. It was unbelievable. I feel like 49. I feel like he's good for 40. 49. What do you guys think in the chat? 49.5 rushing yards. That's pretty good. I think Hurts could get over that pretty easily. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, he should. No, Tennessee has. So they do have a decent defense, but Hurts is just phenomenal.
Hard not to trust him.
JJ for ETN. I'd rather have JJ. KC by far. I think everybody on the planet would. That's coming from an ETN lover, bro. I'm going to go over. Robert Mitchell says over. Robert, have I missed a super chat of yours recently, by the way? I feel like you super chatted and I never was able to see the answer you did at the end. Oh, guys, hold on. We got Bill the Tickler calling in.
By far. I think everybody on the planet would.
Hey, Bill the Tickler, you're live with Ron Navy and Rock Out. What can we do for you, bro?
Hey, Smitty.
What's up, Bill?
Hey. Enjoy both you guys. Rock Out, your rhymes are fantastic.
Thanks.
Can we get a Bill the Tickler Rock Out when we end this call? Can we get a Bill the Tickler rap? Just like a 20-second bit, and then we'll play it.
Don't get me started, Smitty. Jeez.
Yeah, well. What can we do for you, Bill?
Well, I might be a little behind on the feed here. I was watching you were doing the over-under Hurts 49.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, you're caught up, bro.
So I'm up. Okay. I'm never sure. Like the over on that. Because you caught my attention. Because I don't know where everybody else is. You guys do offshore betting.
This is Underdog Fantasy, my guy. Underdog Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
No offshore.
Forgiven.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm right on the outskirts of Vegas, so
okay.
I dabble with my own, but I definitely like the over.
What can I do for you?
Props. We call them props.
What can we do for you, Bill?
Real quick, I needed what would Schmitty do if we're still not 100% if Chase is playing or not playing tomorrow, correct? Are we still on the fence?
All indications are he's playing. It's just a matter of is he going to go out there, tweak it in warm-ups, and then that change. But it's every piece of news out there is that he's playing.
Okay, so if he ends up out and I can move him back to IR for a few days, would you put in his place? I go to the waiver wires and I would look at either DeAndre Carter, Drake, then Paris Campbell, or Elijah Moore, who I think I should start because I took Mike White because Kyler is on a bye.
I mean, I guess Elijah Moore, but you're talking about like if lightning struck the stadium tomorrow, like he's going to play, so I don't know that I'd worry too much about it, but Elijah Moore is pretty decent, I think.
I mean, my options are kind of thin, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much and I wanted to chime in while you guys were talking about this,
Yeah, hey, you sound a lot more clear tonight, Bill the Tickler, by the way. I don't know if you I felt like maybe there was a little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine going on when you called last. Do you even remember calling?
A little bit of Grandpa's what?
Cough medicine.
Well, that was a longer night, and we're on the earlier part of this evening of what will be a longer night eventually, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, Bill, we like you any way we can get you. Appreciate you calling in, and I guess Elijah.
I appreciate you having me, Smitty. I appreciate you having me.
All right, you're high.
Yeah, they don't.
Ron Navy and Rock Out.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't let you do Underdog and DF all that stuff in Vegas.
Well, when you started saying you named like all the guys of over half a touchdown, basically saying they'll get a touchdown. What we have out here is we have will this guy score a touchdown? Yes or no? And then it's minus this or plus that. And I hit a lot of those, so that's more or less over.
All right, Bill. Last question for you before we let you go. Zay Jones.
Yes, sir.
Zay Jones over or under 50.5 receiving yards.
Over under 50.5 receiving yards. Jacksonville's playing who tomorrow?
Detroit.
Please. Sorry.
Detroit.
Yeah. Over.
Attaboy, Bill. I agree. All right, Bill. Appreciate you, man. Call back if you got another question.
All right. Hey, thank you, fellas. Be well.
Yeah. Later.
Good luck tomorrow.
You too. So my ticket is as follows here. I've got Mike White over 1.5 TD passes. I got Garrett Wilson over 11.95 fantasy points. I'm starting to like the fantasy point one the most right now. I might do another ticket with just fantasy points. Derrick Henry over 0.5 rushing TDs. Jalen Hurts over 49.5 rushing yards, and Zay Jones over 50.5 receiving yards against the Lions. I think that's a good ticket.
Is Zay Jones going to be okay to play tomorrow? I mean,
yeah, I guess
you don't think he might have.
That's, I guess, the one thing.
I'm hoping.
What happens if he goes out, Ron? Does the ticket push? And
Yeah, no. If he goes out, you just lose. Like, remember all the players that get injured and we're out?
No,
because,
not. I'm sorry,
yeah,
not injured. If he doesn't play, like if he's a scratch.
I don't know. I haven't run that one. If they're a scratch,
Okay. Maybe I'll take him out just
I'm not
in case.
sure what. If he doesn't play at all,
they
might push it.
Let me just take
But
him
then
out.
you'd only get the next level down. You'd only get part of your bet, part of the winnings if you hit the other four.
What about Jamal Williams? This is a weird one. I'm on Raw 0.5 rushing yards. Is he not? Look at he's got 7 yards rushing, 4 yards rushing, 2 yards rushing. I'm on Raw doesn't not rush for a yard. 0.5 rushing yards. I'm on Raw. That's the only stat they're giving him too.
Just one in the round, he'll get it.
Yeah, just one run. I mean, look at. I love how they just give you the last 3 games. They don't want you having too much information. They don't want you having a trend.
If you look at this tomorrow, he's liable to have more options on him because they're always putting more options and changing it from the night prior to the day of.
Oh, but you know what though? I'm on Raw. I mean, he was out though, but in the games played, he didn't have a rush for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Yeah, never mind then.
Yeah, that's risky.
What about Jamal Williams rushing touchdown 0.5? That's pretty good.
Yeah, because you know what? He's about ready to set the record for the most multiple games with a touchdown. He's got the Sanders record, Barry Sanders record.
Yeah.
It's like 20-something.
He's got the most in the NFL right now of multi-touchdown rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I want to go Zay, but in case he doesn't play or something, he should play. He should play. So just an example to show you guys the payout. Like if you did a $5 bet, it's $100. If you do $20 bet, it's $400. You do a $10 bet, it's $200. So like you can just do a simple $5 bet like this. Hit confirm, $5. All 5 need to land. But that pays you $100 if all of them land. So it's just fun to do them. Like you can do 5, you can do 10, you can do 20. Ron does a lot of 20s. I do a lot of $10 ones, and just do multiple.
I do a lot of 40s too.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, Ron. Do you like to combine things? Because I feel like whenever I think that's a great idea, it ends up being bad. I just end up like one thing. Like if I go Mike White 1.5 TDs over. And then that just kills both my tickets if something happens. Do you end up just totally trying to mix it up?
Sometimes I will do that. If I get like a weird feeling, I'll do another ticket, but I'll go the opposite way I did on the first ticket with that guy just in case.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do that.
Watson over 47 receiving yards. That feels like a lock. Christian Watson over 47.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, but you never know. Remember, last week he got most of his yardage in the late game, and that loved from that late touchdown. So I don't like that play, even though I think he's going to do good. I wouldn't bet it.
110, 48, 107 are his last 3 games. That feels like a lock. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Watson over 47.5. That's really
40.
What do you think, Rockout? Christian Watson over 47.5. That seems like a lock, right?
Probably under.
I should do like Robert just said. Robert, I forget if Robert said that I missed his super chat. Let me look for Robert real quick. Robert. The other night you missed my super chat. You were going off. Smart. Robert, can you please ask me any question right now? I owe you one. I'm sorry I missed you, bro. You know what I want to do? I want to go the opposite of what I think on a ticket. Fields. I don't know that I want to do a Fields. I'm trying to find a Trevor Lawrence 1.5 TDs. That's not bad against the Lions. He should get 2 touchdowns. Passing TDs. I wish it was combined. ETN 2.
I tried to stay away from the players that's only been injured too, because if they get injured, that screws your ticket up.
ETN 78.5 rushing yards. You did the over on that on one of your tickets, right?
I did the 0.5 touchdown on ETN.
I like the combined yardage one. I'm going to go over on that one. I'm going to do over Zay Jones over on this one. I want him in one of my tickets. I just feel like it's a good bet. I'm on Ross. That is a weird one. George Pickens, 4 receptions, 48 yards. Pickens for 48.5 yards is good.
I chose that one.
That's a pretty good one. We'll go Pickens over 48. That's a low total. Barkley, 0.5 TDs. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, Washington's pretty tough, but
yeah, I just see him
pretty good.
I see him scoring. Lamar, 61 rushing yards. He's been banged up though. Tucker, 2.5 extra points made. Watson.
Yeah, but that means if he had 2.5 extra points, that means Baltimore would have to score 3 touchdowns. I don't know if they're going to score 3 touchdowns.
Jeff
like Chubb one though going.
I like this one, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff Wilson, 45.5 rushing yards. I know the Niners are tough, but that's a nice total. 45.5 rushing yards for Jeff Wilson. Don't you guys like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his.
I'm just a little. I mean, has a tough defense. I don't know. I mean,
they looked pretty nasty last week.
Yeah, but I think they're going to try and run it down.
Him going, it might open up things for Wilson, but that, he's going to have to hit Waddle and Hill, and I think it's going to be more passing than it is running.
I think Miami Mike and Wilson together are just going to try and we'll avoid that one for now.
Go with your gut.
We'll avoid that one for now. McCaffrey, 0.5 rushing TDs. That's not bad.
Yeah, if Shanahan uses them right.
Yeah, I hate banking on Shanahan, but I'm banking on McCaffrey, not Shanahan. Okay, so here's this ticket: 47.5 rushing yards or receiving yards for Christian Watson over. Travis Etienne over 78.5 total yards. I love that one.
Kenny Walker also has the 0.5 rushing touchdowns.
Really?
Against the Rams.
Who do I take out then?
I don't know. I'd almost take out Zay Jones. I just don't want to. he was injured. He's dealing with a chest injury, and I don't trust anybody that was injured the week prior to.
Yeah.
In in the picks, anyways, I don't trust them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Walker in and take out CMC, I guess.
Yeah, I like that play better.
I'll probably go. Yeah, I'll probably go with this ticket. I'm gonna do a bunch of these. You guys should do them too.
Tomorrow.
You do look at $5, $100. You just do 15 of them.
I had CMC, and you told me Walker, Ron Davey.
I'm coming for you, Ron. I'm coming for you tomorrow.
Walker, CMC.
All right, broskies. Rock out. You got anything else?
What time's the chat tomorrow?
Halftime of the morning games, halftime of the Sunday evening game.
It's on the Discord.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I'll try and I'll send you a link. Rock out in your on IG.
Yeah.
All right, broskies. Appreciate you.
All right.
Later, Ron.
All right. Peace out. All right, Ron.
Later, Rock.
All right. Talk with the super chat. Smitty, have to drop one. Slayton or Zay? I would drop Slayton. I like Zay Jones. Zay Jones looks really, really good. 10-man PPR 5-7. Need a win this week. Next week, team Herbert, CMC, ETN, Amon-Ra, Debo, Lockett, Pacheco, Watson, Hasty, Knight. Let's see here. Bucks D, Gold. Who do I play at flex if Debo isn't healthy? So I'm assuming that CMC, ETN, Amon-Ra, Debo, Lockett. Okay, I'm assuming that Pacheco and Watson are not in your lineup. If Debo doesn't play, I'm going Pacheco. I guess Christian Watson is pretty safe, but I'd probably go Pacheco. You can't really go wrong there. One will outscore the other, obviously, but those are two very good spots. Christian Watson and Isaiah Pacheco are both very, very close. If those guys are in your lineup and you need somebody else between like Hasty, Knight, and Elijah Mitchell and DJ Moore, obviously Moore's on bye. I'd probably roll with DJ Moore, or no, DJ Moore's on bye. I'm sorry, Elijah Moore. I'd probably roll with Elijah Moore. Knight's not bad, though. Knight got 14 carries last week. Okay, yeah. Sean Watson, Smitty, my bad. What about it, Ryan? I don't know what that means. Appreciate you. Oh, Deshaun Watson in here. Gotcha. Okay. So then it's easy. It's Pacheco, bro. It's Pacheco. If Pacheco's in your lineup, then you're going to go Elijah Moore or Knight. You got to just pick your poison, bro. Yeah, P. Ryan's a good play if Mixon's out. If Mixon's out, P. Ryan's an amazing play. Especially for people that like have P. Ryan, on the bench without even owning Mixon. P. Ryan's a great flex play. I like P. Ryan a lot. I want to pull up the news, see if there's any new news right now that's breaking as we speak. Nothing new. Joe Mixon, we already talked about that. Elijah Mitchell's on injured reserve. His season's over, essentially. Jameson Williams was activated from IR. Everyone's really excited about him, but Swaggy says Jeff Wilson Jr. wasn't good against the Texans like he should have been if we are being honest with ourselves. And Swaggy, not everybody has a baller game. Like Barkley struggled last week, put Barkley on the bench. I mean, Jeff Wilson Jr.'s looked hungry. He's looked aggressive. Miami Mike traded for him. This is a revenge game for both of them. There's a lot of reasons to like Jeff Wilson in this game. Weather, it could rain, they could run the ball a ton. Miami Mike's the architect of everything that was Deebo Samuel last year, or a big part of it. There's a lot of reasons to like Jeff Wilson Jr. this week. Now, a lot of people have some good options, so I'm fine with going Rachaad White, Pacheco, all those, Christian Watson over Jeff Wilson Jr. They're all very, very close. But Jeff Wilson Jr., if we're being honest with ourselves, Swaggy, he's still a very, very amazingly solid flex play for a lot of people. I like Jeff Wilson Jr. a lot. He's going to be utilized a ton just because he had a little like, I don't know, derailed week. Like, doesn't mean that he's garbage. Like, they're gonna run him a ton. They acquired him for a reason. Underwhelming against the Texans. Who cares? I mean, was it fun for owners that had him that week? No, but like, you can't discard what he's done already and how he's looked. He's looked really, really strong. He's ran aggressive. They were excited to get him. They utilized him right away. McDaniel loves the guy. They traded for him for a reason. Dolphins offensive line is trash, says Matt. Well, good thing they got a guy named Miami Mike that dials up some of the best plays, bro. This guy's got a track and field team on the field. Nothing's better for a bad offensive line than a track team stretching the field, you know? I wouldn't call their offensive line trash anyway. Yeah, as Ron Navy said, this is facts right here. Top 5 offense, bro. Like that. I think there's a lot of Niner fans in here, though. They're just trashing on the Dolphins, but it's like the Dolphins are an absolute. The Dolphins have a probably as good a shot, if not better, of I think, going further in the playoffs than the Niners. Swaggy says, but you're talking against the 49ers like he's a good play against a tough run defense, and he couldn't get it done against the Texans. Make it make sense, guys. Swaggy, I don't know what else you want me to say that I haven't already said. Like, what do you want me to say? It's a revenge game. There's a lot of motivation here. Playoff defenses for what teams? We'll do some kind of playoff episode or something, Ramon. We'll get it taken care of. I just love how people are ripping on the Dolphins. Like, I mean, I don't understand that. And Andrew and Swaggy, best friends tonight, says D-Town. No more rain in Santa Clara. Is it all cleared up for sure, though, Jay? Or is it going to rain a little tomorrow? It does seem to, like, come and go there in a snap. Smitty thinks the Finns further in the playoffs than the Niners. Interesting. I didn't necessarily say that. I said they at least have as good a chance or could potentially have a better shot to go further. I mean, how is that interesting, though? How is that interesting? They're both they're both on the rise. The Dolphins are an amazing story right now. They're, as Ron said, a top 5, top 6, top 4 to 7 offense in the entire National Football League. They got a track team on the field. Are we really debating that the Miami Dolphins is like an interesting, like, weird prediction to be like a top 6 team in the NFL? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand how that's a shock to anybody. Doesn't mean that the Niners couldn't be. Niners fans always take it so negatively. I don't know if you're a Niners fan, my guy, but like, just because I think the Dolphins will win this game, I think they will. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, number one. It's a very close contest. It's going to be a high-scoring, probably the funnest game of the week, to be honest with you. I can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game. This game is going to be the most fun game. Miami's got to play in the AFC. Yeah, the AFC doesn't look quite the same as people thought it was going to look, bro. It looks very, very different. It looks very, very different. I agree. Buffalo, KC, those are two tough teams, but the stack of teams we thought everybody's going to have to truck through to get into an NFC championship game has changed. Our AFC championship game has changed. It is not the same toughness we thought it was. I'd venture to say that honestly the AFC is not that much stronger than the NFC. I love the Bengals. I love the Bengals. I love the Chiefs. I love the Buffalo Bills. But the NFC is not that much weaker than the AFC, like we once thought. Like we thought earlier in the season. Earlier in the season, we thought that the AFC West was going to be just better than the entire NFC. And it didn't shake out that way. I do think it's going to be the Eagles versus either the Bills or the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And now we're going to hear people say the Eagles aren't going to, like, here come the Eagles hate. Dolphins are overrated, says Swaggy. That's interesting. Now that's the definition of interesting. Smitty, what games have the most points? The Minnesota Jets or the Miami San Francisco? I would say it's a good question. I'd probably say Miami San Francisco. The Jets D and Diners D, there's some good D's involved there, though. I'm hoping it's high-scoring affair. Neil with the super chat. Smitty is down to Pollard versus Rashad White. I go back and forth. I think I gave a bunch of Rashad White votes like earlier in the week, and I'm starting to maybe swing toward Pollard. It's Neil. I wish I could give you an answer. There's no real good way to say it. One's better than the other, man. Garrett Wilson or Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson and PPR might be safest, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Fane. Fane, I got your super chat right here. Sorry. Swaggy's negativity got me distracted. And Swaggy, don't say you're not negative. You're just speaking facts. Swaggy, everyone in here could probably say that you have a tendency to try and, like, I don't know, just go up against whatever I'm saying. It's just a natural tendency you have. You may not even know you're doing it, but you do it. It's distracting, to be honest with you, Swaggy. I'm sorry, but this is just being honest and real with you. It's distracting. Your approach in the chat a lot of times is distracting, is the best way to describe it. I'm just being real with you. Smitty, differing, like, the chat is full of differing opinions all the time. It never bothers or distracts. I love differing opinions. I love when someone says, you know what, I actually like the Niners blowing out the Dolphins in this one. That doesn't bother anybody. Like, that is, it's how you do it. It's how you do it, Swaggy. You do it in a certain way. I can't explain it, but it's distracting. It's not disagreeing. I like disagreeing. Disagreeing's fantastic. Disagreeing's fantastic. Chris Smith says I missed his super chat. I haven't missed it. I'm still getting to it, bro. I got them all right here. I'm a little bit behind on them. I'm trying to catch back up. So hang tight with me. Hang tight. Just ask around, Swaggy. Everyone will agree. Maybe not everybody. All right, here we go. This one's from Fane. Fane says, Smitty, 7-5, full PPR, need one running back, one flex. Swift, Kamara, Lat Murray, Pickens, Zay. Other starters are Burrow, Adams, Godwin, Walker, Kelsey. I would say your one running back's Kamara. You got to lock him in. Your one flex is going to be, I would go, Zay's safe, but I would go Swift. If it was me, I would go Swift. Nice team, bro. Burrow, Adams, Godwin, Walker, Kelsey. You got straight fire. Swift explodes. You're gonna have a day, bro. You're gonna have quite a day. Chris Smith. Would you play P. Ryan over Christian Watson, Debo, or White? If Debo's in the game, my guy, and he's not restricted, I don't think I could sit him for these options. It would be really tough for me to sit him. P. Ryan's solid. If Mixon's out, P. Ryan's solid, and Mixon's looking out. Christian Watson's solid, but I don't think I could sit Debo. If Debo looks sketchy or sits or whatever, or looks like he's going to be very questionable and you just don't want to risk it, I feel like White is P. Ryan or White are the safe plays. The RBs, the guaranteed touches they likely get. Watson's been scoring. He's been scoring touchdowns. I think I'll probably roll. God, this is tough. Am I crazy to like P. Ryan if Mixon's out? If Mixon's out, I might say P. Ryan. It catches so many balls, man. I'll probably go P. Ryan. I can't believe I just said that. Like, I feel like that's a new one for me. I don't think I've said P. Ryan over those names before. Isn't P. Ryan smarter? Or are we going Rashad White? I want to go Rashad White. I've been saying Rashad White over and over. What are we doing here? Chat. Yeah, Mixon's got to clear the protocol in the morning, which is very, very unusual. I don't think Mixon's playing. Do we put P. Ryan in? Or do we put if Debo, let's say Debo's out or looking very shaky, do we put P. Ryan in? Or Rashad White? Here's the problem, Chris, is what if Leonard Fournette sits? Then it's Rashad White over everybody no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Even over Debo. So there's a lot of caveats here. If Leonard Fournette is out, I would go Rashad White no matter what. If Debo's out and Mixon's out, I go P. Ryan. If Debo's out, Mixon's not out, I probably go, and Leonard Fournette's not out, I'd probably say I lean White, but I still like Watson a lot. Chris, this is tough. I don't know. It's like splitting hairs, though, you know. Tonk with a super chat. Smitty, have to drop one Slayton or Zay Jones. I think I said keep Zay Jones. Appreciate you. Robert said you missed his super chat. Robert, did you ask another question? Robert. Let me see if Robert did ask another question. Don't worry about your opponent's moves. Just think about your own team. I have a tendency to overthink because I'm competitive. This quote helped me relax more, Smitty. Appreciate you, Robert. Robert's the man. Smitty, no worries about Super Chat. You got me straight. Hey, Robert, anytime you have a question, just leave it in the comments of a YouTube channel. I'm gonna get you. If you think I missed anything, please let me know. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, don't worry about I don't even look at my opponent's roster really when I'm making decisions about my team. $10 holler, all $10
to the moon.
Hollers get sent to the moon. I may have already answered this question here. If 5 and 7. Yeah, this is that Pacheco and Watson. Thank you for your super chat, my guy. Appreciate you. Fane, I got Fane's out of the way. Fane, I appreciate you. Ryan, another one from Ryan. Ryan says, appreciate you, my guy. Last for you, just snag P. Ryan off waivers. You still got Pacheco at flex, or you go in P. Ryan. If Mixon's out, P. Ryan is safer. And I like that move. That's a smart move. Ron Navy says, Swaggy, call in if you want to hear. I want to hear you and Smitty debate. I don't even need, like, I don't mind. He can call in. But it's like I'm not even like mad at Swaggy. I just don't know why Swaggy has to, propose the things he proposes the way he does. Like, can't you just? Does it always have to be everything I'm saying? Swaggy have to say emoji with the smoke out the nose. Smitty talking about this now. Smitty talking about that now. It's almost like Swaggy sitting there to be the counterpoint. Like almost like he's running for office against me or something. He's just waiting for me to say something, and as soon as I say it, bloom, everybody listen up. I disagree with Smitty, and if you like the counterpoint, I'm your, like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why does it have to be like that, Swaggy? Why does it feel like that? You're the only one I feel that way about, so it's the way you're posing it. It's not just disagreeing, but you do sit there, and it's almost like you wait until there's something you disagree on, and then you start it, like, you just sit there in the chat, like, this is what I disagree with on Smitty on. This is what I disagree with on with Smitty on. And then you throw a Smitty to the moon at the end to make me feel good about you. And it's like, Swaggy, come on. Garrett Wilson. Smitty, you skipped the last super chat. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you. Did Jared drop one, or is Jared just tell me about the one I missed up above? I think I got that caught up. Smitty, you missed my super chat. Avi, from my brother, Lockett, Garrett Wilson, Pittman need to. Give me Lockett and Garrett Wilson. But that's hard, because I do like Pittman. Would I be crazy dropping Waddle for Pickens this week if it's raining? Dropping Waddle? Dropping Waddle? Or sitting Waddle? Either one's crazy. But dropping Waddle? You cannot drop a guy named Jalen Waddle that's a top 5 to 7 wide receiver. That would be a travesty. Thank you for all of the super chats. Appreciate you. You're a real genius, Smitty. Thank you. You're the genius. I work for you, Lowlife. I work for you. But I appreciate the compliment. Jared with the super chat. Jared says Garrett Wilson or Amari Cooper. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson. It's all love, Smitty. I just can't sit here and agree with you just to agree. I'm not built that way. I'm me at all times. You clearly missed my point, Swaggy. Again, you're disagreeing with me. Again, I just explained that I don't want you to agree with me, Swaggy. It's how you do it. You're already disagreeing with me, Swaggy. Even that response is irks me, the way you do it. Like, I already explained that. I explained it, Swaggy. Should I drop Diggs because it's snowing? No. Pick 3, full PPR. Rashad, Olave, Swift, Knight, Pacheco, Kyron, Jamal, Pickens, Jeff Wilson. Pick 3. So we're going to go Olave. We're going to go Swift. We're going to go safe play Jamal. I really badly want you to play Jeff Wilson. I really badly want you to play Pacheco. I really badly want you to play half these guys. This is your own fault. Let's see. I might have to redo this. Hold on. Jamal's a lock. Olave's a lock. If Leonard's out, it's Rachaad White for sure. But maybe it's Olave, Swift, and Jamal. I don't know. Depends on if you can afford to play both Detroit players and I feel like, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but like I feel like one of those guys is going to go nuts. And I'm just, if you have both of them in, the other one's probably going to get you 10 points. You know, so it's like, do you get 35 points or 40 between the two of them? It's so tough. It's so tough to have Swift and Jamal and play one of them. And it's still tough, equally as tough to play both of them. You know, I feel like that's a really, 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 really tough play. So I would say ultimately, if this is my team, Olave. What are you guys doing if this is your squad? Would any of you start both Detroit players and then Olave? Jamal Pickens, Olave. Ron Navy says Jamal Pickens, Olave. I'm glad you're stressing out as much as me right now. It's a tough call. Yeah, like it's your own fault for drafting so well. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get this wrong every single. There's no way you get this wrong even one or get this right even one time. There's just too many options. There's too many very close options. I'd probably go. Final answer. This is me, but I hope the chat helps you out as well. Final answer. I'm gonna go Olave, Rashad, Jamal. But I can't say I can't say that I wouldn't change my mind if you super chatted or called in. 10 minutes from now. Olave, Pacheco, White. All right, phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I don't like, for those of you that are saying like disagree, like I'm fine with people disagreeing. It's all good. People call me up all the time and say, Smitty, I know you love Fields, but I really love Herbert and I want to start him this week. I'd rather have Herbert than Fields. I know you say start Fields over Herbert. I don't sit there and go, why you disagree with me? It's nothing to do with that. Anybody that thinks I can't have someone disagree with me doesn't understand me. I got thick skin. I could care less. I care about approach. That's it. Has nothing to do with being yourself. I don't want anybody to be a yes, sir, yes, Smitty, oh, whatever, Smitty. I don't want that. How would that be good? How would that be good? Why do you think I ask you guys questions all the time in the chat? Because collectively, you guys know more than I do. Collectively, you are absolutely amazing. If I was worried about people knowing more than me or me getting something wrong or disagreeing, I wouldn't ask the chat questions. I would literally act like I was so good at this and I couldn't ever take anybody else's advice. I ask you guys all for advice all the time because you guys collectively, I trust you when I'm on the fence. You know? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yo, what's up, Smitty? It's Taylor.
What's up, Taylor? What can I do for you?
Yeah, so I got a running back dilemma. I have Dameon Pierce. I have Pacheco, Jeff Wilson Jr. Those guys are locked in for me right now. But I'm thinking, should I sit Dameon Pierce for B-Rob? because last week I sat B-Rob on the bench. He put up 18 points. I lost my game because of that. Dameon Pierce put up a dud. So do I bench Dameon Pierce this week, or do I roll with him against Cleveland? Or do I put B-Rob instead?
Say it again. B-Rob and who?
All right now I got Dameon Pierce. I got Jeff Wilson Jr. and Pacheco as my running backs. That's my 2 running backs and my flex. Should I take Dameon Pierce out because he's put up 2 duds the past 2 weeks?
For B-Rob
and put B-Rob in? Or should I roll with Dameon Pierce? I also have P. Ryan.
If Mixon's out, put P. Ryan in.
For Dameon Pierce?
Yeah. If Mixon's out, P. Ryan catches.
Because Houston's just.
P. Ryan catches 87 passes a game. I like him.
So I feel you with the Jeff Wilson. He's a lock. It's going to be a revenge game. I'm going to roll with that. So then I got Pacheco in my flex, and then it's either Dameon Pierce or B-Rob.
Yeah, and if Mixon's out, I take out that player for P. Ryan. Yeah, I hear you. I
Okay,
get you.
so P. Ryan instead of Pierce if Mixon's out.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that B-Rob or Pierce don't have an argument to be made over Zach or Jeff Wilson. It's definitely an arguable thing.
Okay, you know what's funny is you were talking about the over-unders, and everybody's like, oh, Jeff Wilson, 45 yards. I'm like, what if the Niners D, they have a revenge game, and they just shut the run game down, and it's just like they get killed by the pass, and then Jeff Wilson just doesn't do shit. Like, maybe that's the play. What do you think? Because I'm a Niner fan. I've been...
Monetization, Taylor. Monetization. You know the rules. You know the rules. Look, I got a potty mouth too, but monetization. Okay, next question. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Niners 30, Dolphins 13. So to address this, I'll say this. I feel like, yeah, the Niners D's good. It's really good. But when a good defense goes up against an amazing offense, things happen that don't normally happen on the stat sheet. Everybody thinks this is going to be the same. Niners are going to hold them down to a rushing total that's going to mirror a top, or like a fifth to the worst type of rushing effort in week number 13 because they're top 5 rush D. So you're going to get bottom 5 rushing out of the Dolphins in week number 13. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I like the Niners rush D. I do. I like the Niners. A lot of what the Niners are going to put out onto the field in week number 13, but I also feel like they aren't going up against a dynamic offense like this every day. You can't just use the stats and say, well, if this is the amount of rushing yards that they're going to give up, then Jeff Wilson's going to have a 40-yard game because that's what they do to running backs. This is a dynamic offense that I think is going to be a high-scoring affair, I believe. It's either going to be extremely low-scoring or it'll be extremely high-scoring. Probably nothing in between. But I feel like Jeff Wilson, not over big name players like Kamara even, or Jacobs if he's playing, or I'm not saying anything of the sort. ETNs or Barkleys. What's funny is everyone's like having a problem with the revenge game scenario when we're talking about flex plays. We're talking about flex plays right now. Not a game. We're talking about practice. Okay? Flex plays. We're talking about P. Ryan. We're talking about Pacheco. We're talking about Rachaad White. All players I like in Jeff Wilson's. And you can't be that worried about. I don't understand how this is that crazy of a scenario that Jeff Wilson Jr., who's probably wanting to prove that he shouldn't have been traded. his coach Mike McDaniel wanting to prove that student's better than teacher, and then thinking somehow that the two of them have come together, like in a way to say, let's just prove it. Let's prove it, bro. If I had a player that was traded, if I acquired a player that wasn't wanted anymore, I acquired that player, and we were both from that team, you don't think we'd have conversations about let's make this one hell of a game? You know, I'm excited about Jeff Wilson. Is it a lock? No. Is Wilson going to come out and have 20 yards rushing? Could it happen? Yeah. What, am I going to feel bad about myself and think everyone else is? No, I don't. It's not a lock. Nothing's a lock. Like Kenneth Walker had 2 touchdowns, but he had really low yardage last week. I did not expect Kenneth Walker to have the low yardage total he had last week. Doesn't mean I'm wrong because I liked him. Like every game's, you can't predict anything. This is the NFL. This is the NFL. This is football, and it's like we're talking about a flex play, not a running back one, a flex play. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, Smitty, it's Baytown. How you doing?
It's who?
Baytown.
What's up,
Sorry,
Baytown? What's up,
Hey, I'm actually probably circling back on a lot of what you've been going through tonight. It's just I'm in a league that I got 4 teams that are 6-6, so I'm like holding on by a thread for a playoff spot. So I need help on my RB2 and flex spot, and I'm like ridiculously RB heavy, and I just don't know who to start. Like literally, I can coin flip, and probably it could go either way. So I got Pierce, Etienne, and the only one I feel comfortable with is Etienne. But I got Pierce, Etienne, Pollard, and then 2 weeks ago someone dropped Zeke and Kamara, and I picked them up. And then someone dropped P9 3 weeks ago, and I picked him up. So that's why I got like 8 different maybes. And not to mention I got
picked
Thielen
up.
and Burks
You picked
too.
up Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, somebody dropped Kamara about 3 weeks ago, and then Zeke 2 weeks ago, and I picked them up. So that's why I'm like over here, like, wait, I got Pierce, Etienne, and Pollard, and then I picked those 2 up, and I'm like, oh, now who do I play? And like it was after our trade deadline, so it's not like I could have upgraded or anything.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so Pierce, Etienne, Pollard, Kamara, and who was the other option? P. Ryan.
P. Ryan and Zeke.
Okay, so Etienne's a lock, Kamara's a lock, and how many do you need? 3.
3.
If Mixon's out, I go P. Ryan. If Mixon's not out, I do believe Mixon will be out at this point. I would go Pollard if Mixon's in.
Pollard over Zeke. So just ignore Jerry and just go with Pollard. Just because I know he's the pass catcher and it's Indy, so they're probably going to stuff the lanes and they'll kick out to Pollard. That's what I'm just thinking.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's
All
an
right.
easy call for me. There's no way I'm benching Kamara. Benching Kamara is about as ridiculous as cutting him.
I've just been, well, I mean, I know the Niners have a like ridiculously great run defense and Rams too with Donald, so I'm kind of giving him a pass on what he's been doing. Like I think just because of the way the league has been changing, you're just expecting him to pump out like 20, 30, 40 points every game. So it's kind of like hard seeing him pump out like 9 and 7 in a
Yeah,
full
but
PPR
he's
league.
also capable of doing what he did last year when he had like, what was it, last year, wasn't it? Or was it the year prior when he had that 6 TDs or whatever? Like at this time.
That's true.
You know, I mean, it's easy to be like, oh, Kamara hasn't done well. It's easy to say, oh, Barkley hasn't done well. ETN scares me because he got hurt last week. Like, but you got to start your studs. Everybody needs to start these players. ETN needs to be in lineups. Kamara needs to be in lineups. If Mixon's out, P. Ryan's literally a top 12 running back play.
Right. I guess I wouldn't be so iffy on starting like, you know, your A1s if I didn't have such good backups like Pierce, Pollard, and even P. Ryan coming up. And I mean, I even have Burks, and you don't know how that's going to go since he's like one of the only guys you're throwing the ball at. Appreciate you, though, Smitty. Not going to take too much of your time.
All right,
Thanks for all you do, man.
Appreciate you, man. Just to let everybody know in the chat, there's a little bit of negativity going on, and we're not going to have it. So either stop or you'll be blocked. Okay, so stop it. You want to add negativity to the chat? I'm not going to allow it. There's a lot of we don't really have this in the chat very often because this is what we do. We keep it positive. We keep it productive. We don't make this a place where people come and feel like they're going to get ridiculed or if they feel differently about something. And I know that what Swaggy or someone's going to say is, well, that's what you're saying because Swaggy disagrees. It's nothing to do with disagreeing. I'm not going to say it again. It has to do with approach, and it has to do with how people talk to each other. So if everybody takes a second, just step away from whatever negative vibe you have going on, if you've got one, even if you're reacting to somebody else's negative vibe, and just know that I'm not going to put up with it, so people need to stop immediately. I won't have it. I won't have it. That's not the way my chat is. My chat's never negative. Okay? So I just want to get that out there now. So the first person that doesn't listen to me, guess what's happening? Thank you, Mighty. Appreciate you. Disagreeing's fine. Everybody can disagree. Disagreeing's fine. I don't mind people disagreeing. There's a respectful way to do it. And that's what I'm telling everybody is going to happen moving forward. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty, it's JJ.
What's up, JJ?
Good to meet you.
What can I do? What can I do for you?
So I have. Can I read you my lineup and my bench? I don't know who to put.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I have Hurts as my quarterback. Got Sanders, Swift, Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Freiermuth, Stevenson. Giants defense.
Going a little fast, bro.
Going
a little fast there. Hurts, Sanders, Swift, JJ. Who else?
Freiermuth, Stevenson, Giants defense, and then I got Booker. And then for my bench, I got Godwin, Kirk, Elijah Mitchell's on.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Hurts, Sanders, Swift, JJ, Hill, Stevenson. That's all I got. You're going faster now, bro.
Oh, and I got Giants defense and Booker.
Okay.
I got on my bench, I got Godwin, Kirk, Tua. I got M. Williams and Knox.
Okay. So Hurts, Sanders, Swift, JJ, Hill, Stevenson are your starters. Is that correct?
Correct.
And Freiermuth.
Yes, sir.
And your dilemma is what? Are you contemplating taking Swift or Sanders out? Godwin, you can't really fit Godwin in, can you? Because you already had Stevenson start at your flex, right?
Yeah.
So JJ and Hill are locked, so you can't go Godwin, unfortunately. You can't go Kirk. So who are your bench running backs?
Running back, I have Elijah Mitchell.
You don't have Elijah Mitchell.
I didn't tell you because he's currently injured.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone, bro.
And
so what can I help you with? Because this looks locked in, bro. There's nothing you can do. Your wide receiver, your flex spot's locked. Your wide receivers are locked. You want a crystal ball here? You want me to tell you you're gonna win because it's a pretty good team. Pretty good team. I think I would have put Stevenson in your running back spot, not in your flex, because then you could have maneuvered Sanders out if you needed to for Godwin or something. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with that flex spot.
Who do you think I could trade for?
You can still trade in your league? I would say... Bro, you got very little time to get a deal done, but like a couple buy low running backs could be Walker, ETN, both top, 5 to 10 capable. Saquon is a little lower priced than he should be right now. I think, can you trade after this week?
Yes. Definitely.
JT would be interesting to go get right now. I just don't know. I mean, I almost hope Sanders has a big game and Swift has a big game so you can maneuver some of these running backs potentially in a bigger deal. But I don't know. Godwin's very tradable right now. People love Godwin. You could trade Godwin and probably Sanders or Godwin and Swift and maybe get lucky on somebody undervaluing Barkley, ETN, Walker, Kamara. You know, I'd trade Godwin for Kamara. If I was you, and put him in your lineup over Sanders, that would be a great move for you. I mean, do I like Kamara? There's a lot to not like about Kamara, but I still feel like Kamara is like. And look at this question from Roger: Walker or Sanders? Look at Roger's asking us. Roger, I don't mean to call you out. I'm just trying to explain that there are people that do undervalue Walker. Walker or Sanders? The answer is Walker for me, without a hesitation. Like, it's not even a question in my mind. And this tells me that Walker can be attained in some situations. Not in every situation. Some Walker owners love him to death. But some people don't value Walker the way they should. Roger. I'd rather have Walker by a mile. So go trade for Walker. Go trade for ETN. Go trade for Barkley. Go trade for Kamara. Use Godwin. Throw in Sanders if you have to. Trade for a bigger, stronger, better running back. Go get Nick Chubb. Those are all awesome moves, and Godwin is an amazing piece to maneuver. Tua, is there a QB needy team out there? Trade Tua and Sanders for one RB?
Ooh, yeah, should definitely do that.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
That guy's illegal. Allow him to trade like all the way through. It looks like that's crazy. I don't mind that though. I feel like I'm grown up enough that I could handle no trade deadline. I do feel like in a weird way trade deadlines. It's just to stop colluding, or I don't know, recklessness, I suppose. But I feel like I wouldn't be doing reckless things. It sucks that there are leagues where we can't feel confident enough. You know. I'm now in bed listening. Thank you, Ron. It's the best compliment I've ever had in my life. Ron Navy. All right. I think this has been almost 3-hour show. Let's take a couple more calls and then we're out of here. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
I'm now in bed listening.
What's up, man? Hello?
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 Maybe. All right.
Hello?
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 Maybe?
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I got a quick question for you. This is Tony. I'm having a hard time trying to start someone in my flex. C-Pat, Rashad White.
Rashad White. I'm not going to waste my marker. I like C. Patterson. He's very capable, but until he proves it, you can't really count on him yet. You know, like I like him a lot. I do. I still like him. I still start him in flex spots where you don't have your problems, rich person problems. But Rashad White, until he proves otherwise, I think has earned that place.
Okay. Would you start the Eagles or the Ravens defense this week too?
Eagles or Ravens? Give me Eagles. Eagles are a lock for me. Ravens aren't bad though, but give me the Eagles.
Okay.
They're set it and forget it.
I don't know. The Eagles defense has been pretty disappointing the last few days or weeks.
I think in my league they're scoring like at least 8-12 or something. But I hear you. I mean, it's not crazy to play matchups, I suppose, but I wouldn't. But let me pull up some stats real quick and just look at some things. Hold on. Let's see. Can whoever's in the background? Can someone mute the line if all I hear is myself like playing in the background or something.
12 or something, but I hear you.
Who is that?
I mean, it's not crazy to play matchups.
Who am I? Can we mute me?
Hello?
Can we mute me in the background? All I hear is myself. Whoever's got the show playing in the background. Thank you. Let me look at some things here on as far as this dilemma you have. I mean, I don't mind.
The Ravens play the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind the play, but I just think the Eagles they make plays, bro. And not to mention, like, is Tannehill really? I had this conversation with Ron Navy, and he thought it was Ron. You thought I was ripping on Henry. I think Henry could still have a good game. That doesn't mean the Eagles defense can't ball out. So I want to make sure people understand. Me saying the Eagles defense is going to score well does not mean that Henry can't run. Have 80 yards and a touchdown, or even a 100-yard game and a touchdown. It doesn't always come down to that. Keeping the opposing team under 10 points or something. It's only a part of the scoring for a defensive scoring, big game. So like the Eagles, they cause turnovers, a pick six, something like that. Like I could easily see that in the cards for the Birds.
Do you think? I think so. Here's my last question. So I have Goddard, and he's supposed to be coming back, I guess, in the next few weeks. And then Njoku, he's out, so I dropped him. So my only options are Tyler Conklin, Harrison Bryant, Evan Ingram, and that's about it.
Taysom?
Oh, what was that?
Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill, nope. He's on someone's bench.
Name him again. Conklin who?
Conklin, Harrison Bryant, the backup for Njoku, and then Evan Ingram. I think that's it. Austin Hooper, maybe. Logan Thomas.
I guess Bryant's okay. Probably. We going Conklin or Bryant or other? What do you guys think in the chat?
It's pretty rough, yeah.
Let's see what the chat thinks. Let's see. You guys got a prediction here? Couple Conklins, bro.
They all suck, but hey, I'd be happy with 5 points.
Yeah, I guess Conklin.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike White was wearing a Conklin shirt.
I was gonna pick up Hayden Hurst, but someone snatched him up not too long ago.
Yeah. I guess Conklin.
But we might have to go Conklin. Hey, thanks, Smitty.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was more confident, but I'm not. I mean, Conklin and Mike White was wearing a Conklin shirt. So yesterday or today.
Yeah,
I think it was today.
White's playing,
yeah. Let's go.
He's only had.
Let's go with it.
Only had 3 targets.
Let's go with it. Conklin. Conklin to the moon. Let's go. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Robert says Conklin's the best choice. I agree. Dulcich or Bryant, probably Dulcich. Caller, you're up. You're the only caller left.
What's up, bro? Is that me?
What's up, man?
All right. This is Byron.
Byron, how's it going?
Yeah. All right. Hey, great show here.
Thank you.
I do have a question. So, I lost Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And I've been shuffling wide receivers here.
Yes, sir.
I do have Ben Jefferson and Chark in the waiver wires. Just trying to see if I can pick one of these receivers and help me out on this week. So I don't know what you think on Ben Jefferson, Chark, Collins, Mack, Campbell. Any of those guys you think are playable?
You said Campbell?
Yeah.
Like on the season? Or
for this week.
Yeah. Well,
13. I think you have Matt Collins highest ranked.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right here. I'm trying to see where I've even got him projected. I mean, I don't really look like a lot of people think I look at my own projections a lot or lineup rankings that I have like up, and like I don't just go off of what I like. I change every time I look at it. I change it, so I don't really go off what I ranked. I just sometimes I like to see what I ranked, but I change with the wind on these like close calls. As should anybody, because there's nothing like concrete or set. You know, these are all 50-50 calls. I kind of lean Mac Hollins. I feel like he's a baller. Like he's a tough player too, and he's got a nose for the end zone, and I feel like this Charger game will probably be a game where Herbert's going to be thrown, or Carr's going to be throwing a lot in the third and fourth quarter. I know people don't love Carr, but he's going to be throwing a lot. And Mac Hollins feels pretty solid. Like the last 2 games, he's been over 50 yards, 6 receptions, 4 receptions. He has a lot of games where he has like 5, 8, 7, 6, 4. A lot of games with good reception totals. They're not great options. Campbell's okay. They're not great options. I go Hollins. I go for the touchdown guy. I feel like he's the most capable to get a score. I don't like Van's situation. I'm not a big Chark believer right now. Campbell's too hit and miss. Some limitations there in the offense. Campbell's capable in any given game, but I feel like Hollins is safer. Go Hollins.
Got it. Second question. I have Perrine and White. If the running back for Cincy is out, who should I play?
P. Ryan. If Fournette's out, Rashad White no matter what. I'm sorry.
Right.
Fournette. So if Fournette's in and P. Ryan is starting and Mixon's out, I go P. Ryan over Rashad White with Leonard Fournette in. But if Leonard Fournette's out, the answer is Rashad White no matter what's going on with Mixon.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Yeah.
But, I mean, it's close enough, bro. Trust your gut. Make sure you trust your gut.
Right.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later, Byron.
Thank you.
All right, next caller, you're up.
What's up, Smitty?
What's up, Hal?
All right, man. So I'm in a bind. I'm in a 2-quarterback league. So these are basically my roster. I have Herbert and Kyler Murray, which, obviously he's on a bye. And I got Mariota and Kenny Pickett. Running backs are Jonathan Taylor, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalvin Cook, and David Montgomery. And then wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Mike Evans, and Mike Williams, but he's out. And then defense this week, I got Buccaneers defense. And, so my first question is, who do I rock with at quarterback this week?
Is your second QB? Pickett. I don't trust Mariota. I don't trust Mariota. I go with Pickett. I mean, Pickett's just safer. He's safer. He's got Pickens. Right. He's got options. I mean, Mariota's got options, but he doesn't ever use them. So I would probably say, it would be crazy to bank on Mariota running the ball and outscoring Pickett. Pickett's not amazing, but he's good. He's a decent play. Decent. In a 2 QB league, sure.
Right.
Running back, I assume you already played Stevenson?
Yeah.
So
I started Stevenson.
JT and Cook, so if one of them is your flex, you got to lock both of those guys in. A.J. Brown and Waddle. If you can start a third wide receiver, I don't know. But if Stevenson's your flex, I think you made the right decision at the time. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, good team. I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a good squad.
Yeah. The other thing, I got Buccaneers defense. My regular is Patriots defense. I sat them this week. I didn't think it was a good matchup. So I'm kind of like in between Buccaneers and Steelers at the moment.
Yeah.
any of those you like more than the other?
Buccaneers versus who?
Saints.
Let's pull it up here. Buccaneers. I mean, I don't like the Saints over the Buccaneers. No. I mean, the Bucks have a good shot at creating a turnover, pick six. I mean, Saints are a mess. You know, there's definitely capability of. What are the other options? So it's Bucks so far.
So Bucks so far. Like I said, the Steelers are out there. I've been hearing good things about the Browns this week.
I like the Browns this week. I also like the Steelers this week more than Tampa Bay, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Let me look at some consensus.
Yeah, like
data.
I said, it's slim pickings right now. A lot of people have been doubling up on defenses going into the playoffs. Packers are out there. Commanders.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe I do like the Bucks this week a little more. Yeah, I'd probably go with the Bucks.
To be honest with you,
I go with the Bucks.
I was feeling like kind of just going all the way with the Steelers, like starting Pickett and picking up Steelers and just rocking with them. But
you could. I don't mind that. I think across the entire industry, the Steelers are around 10 or 11 for defensive plays this week. Tampa Bay's 5, right around 5. They're a top 5 defensive play against the New Orleans Saints. But that's close enough to go with your gut, bro. You know.
Yeah. So
I honestly still feel, even with this dilemma that you're describing right now, it shouldn't matter that you're doing all these things at once. You should put individually the best players on the field from each of your positions. I understand the thinking of, if I put the Steelers in, it could all go together. But at the same time, you could lay off a little of the risk. You know, I would just, who's the best defensive play, regardless of what offensive players you got going on or who you're facing or what your opponent's doing. Don't concern yourself with those frivolous details that don't really actually help you at the end of the day. At the end of the day, is this player going to outscore that player? Is that player going to outscore that player?
Right. Gotcha.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's getting down to those, last 2 weeks. So,
yes, sir.
There's only so much that we could do, you know.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Smitty.
All right, later.
Appreciate it.
Later, pal.
All right, late.
All right. I think I'm out of here. I think I'm spent. We'll be back. It's already 2 a.m. God. I'll be back in the morning. I'll see you all later. Let me see. Bobby T, appreciate you. Let me see if there's any more super chats lingering out there. I think Ron Navy dropped one. Report I saw was KC does plan on getting Gordon involved right away, so it could hurt Pacheco. And let's not forget, KC is all about Kelsey and Mahomes and TDs. I agree, and that's why Pacheco goes up and down in my view. Like I say he's got the most guaranteed volume, but I also say that is that guaranteed for more than one game? I don't think so. You know, it's one game at a time, and just for the reason Ron Navy just said. Bill the Tickler is calling back one more time. Bill.
Hey, real quick, Smitty. You said if I had a question, call back.
Yeah.
Check your My Stories real quick. How was the steak buffet that Miss Smitty took you to? I saw that.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the comment on that.
It is really good, man. It was steak. It was chicken. Miss Smitty's got this work dinner twice a year. And it's really two of the very few times I ever get out of the house other than to go get lunch or, go to the store real quick or something to get some beverages. I'm in this cave a lot. I go running.
Out of the house, out of the studio.
So like I look
cave,
forward to these two dinners. They're a lot of my social interaction. And it was good. It was good. It was good steak. It was good good chicken, good potatoes, asparagus, whole works. It was good. Smitty had a nice time.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it because, your cheesecake, you pretty much told us that, you pureed it and you drank it, the bow tie farfalle pasta there.
Yeah,
so
I did.
I want to make sure you taste it. Remember, I'm in the restaurant business, so I care about how you taste the food, Smitty.
Yeah, I love food. I love food. I would say my diet's not horrible. A lot of people think my diet's like really bad. but it's not that bad. Like I mean, eating farfalle pasta at Cheesecake Factory, having a steak dinner, you know, or I'll have like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for dinner. You know, I'll do all kinds of stuff like that, and I know that might not sound like the most healthy to everybody, but I don't eat a lot of candy or chocolate or drink coffee so I drink the Mexican Coca-Colas. Okay, I say Coca-Cola because everyone said to say Coca-Cola, not Coke, because people take it wrong. I drink the Mexican Coca-Colas, but I don't right now. I'm losing the lbs. I haven't had a soda in like 7 days, and I'm dropping the lbs. I'm not curbing how I eat. There he goes. There's the tickler. Bill the tickler's laughing in the background. We got him.
Calm down, Smitty.
We got him.
Calm down.
We got him. We got him. There he is. I love it. Bill's going, bro. Bill's like a wind-up toy.
You know why? Because Grandpa watched the show, too, and Grandpa showed up with a case of cough medicine because he was like, hey, don't disappoint Smitty.
Yeah. Anyway. But I have been I've been laying off the Mexican Coca-Cola and dropping the lbs. But I will eat once a day about 3 or 4 times a week. I'll do the intermittent fasting, and you can. The reason I know it works, and a lot of people think, oh, you should do this, and I get DMs after I say stuff like this. I get DMs through the roof. Smitty, and I appreciate it, but I just don't have time for it. Smitty, I work in the fitness, whatever. Or Smitty, I work in the vitamin industry, whatever. You should do this. I don't have time for it. But what I do know is when I intermittent fast, I feel like my stomach is saying, are you not giving me food? Okay, let me just eat all of the fat around, and then that's why you drop the lbs. You can feel your body like caving in on itself, but in a way that feels healthy. Like when I intermittent fast, I know I'm doing the right thing because my body's literally caving in, but it feels like a positive hunger that I'm going to treat myself later, and so I'm going to solve it. And I'm waiting like it's not even waiting that long. But when your body's, starving for food, it'll start eating the stored in fat. It works, man. Intermittent fasting works.
Smitty, you pretty much grew up out on the West Coast, pretty much your life?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you said bacon, egg, and cheese, but, until you have a bacon, egg, and cheese on a Kaiser roll or hard roll from back east, you ain't quite had a bacon, egg, and cheese. But, no offense.
I hear that all the time, and I one of these days I'm going to go out there.
I know.
I a lot of family from New York, Buffalo. That's why I'm a closet Buffalo Bill supporter. But I don't remember having bagels the last time I was there. I need to go there and have a nice bagel. And because everyone keeps telling me that every time I show my bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, which is from Einstein's Bagel Company. Einstein's has there goes Bill again. Bill, you're like a wind-up toy. I love it. Bill, I need to have you in the studio just laughing in the background. I like it, Bill. Everybody in here loves Bill the tickler. You're a legend already. But anyway, real quickly, hold on. Real quickly. Every time I put a photo or a video clip of my bacon, egg, and cheese, which it looks glorious. Like Einstein's Bagels does a great job. It looks glorious. It tastes glorious. And every time I put it on there, some New Yorker comes in and runs his mouth about how I've never had a bagel before. How dare I post a picture of a bagel that isn't from New York on my stories? I don't know what I'm doing. You're eating that trash. And it's like, I love Einstein's Bagels. I'm fine with it. I've never tasted this New York bagel that I'm supposedly don't even know what I'm missing. Well, I don't know until I try it. I'll try it next time I'm in New York, I promise. And you can bet I'll put a story up on my Instagram.
You're good. Hey, look, haters gonna hate, but look, Hey, I grew up back east. I'm actually, I'm Connecticut, so I'm the outlier of the tri-state there. I'm not New York. I'm not, New England. We have no team, so we go Giants. But every time, we're just trying to find the good food, find the good fam.
I appreciate everybody in here. What else? What else can I help you with, Bill the Tickler? What can we do for you? The chat loves you, bro. The chat. They got good taste, don't they?
The chat has good love, and for all the squirrels chasing themselves around the chat, I'm sorry that they're there. I hope they dissipate and calm down and enjoy what is actually given to them in this platform that you provide.
All right, Bill, what can I help you with?
No, we're good. I just wanted to chime in real quick. I saw the My Story, and I found that interesting. So, Schmitty, get some rest, for God's sake. You're going to be up in like 4 hours.
All right,
I'll
Bill.
be at the sports book. Waiting for us to kick it off. Love you guys.
I can picture it, Bill. I can picture you sitting there sleeping in the chair waiting for it to open. Get a coffee.
Oh, there ain't no sleeping. Nah. We got coffee, donuts, and Baileys, and then we move on to Bloody Marys, my friend.
All right. I appreciate you, Bill.
All right. Be well, Smitty.
Later. Bill the Tickler,
Don't worry
everybody.
about them LVs.
Bill the Tickler. Bill the Tickler.
All right.
Later, Bill.
All right.
Bill. Oh, Bill. All right. I'm out. Oh, and I got super chats here. Hold on. So, Ed, appreciate you. Ed says, let's see, Rick. Did I get Rick's? Rick said, Smitty, do you do the show off season? Rick, I'm Monday through Friday. 52 weeks out of the year, bro. Monday through Friday. So the answer to that question is an astounding, absolutely yes. I'm live Monday through Friday. I'm live Monday through Friday. I create more content in the off season, Rick, than I do the in season. Just so you know. So get ready. Did I answer this one from Ed, Jeff Wilson, Kirk, Lockett, Pickens, Flex? I'm gonna go with Jeff Wilson in this one. Could I be wrong? Could the Niner defense shut him down? It's absolutely possible, but that's why this is a 50-50 flex call. It's not a locked-in running back 1 or 2. This is a tough call between a lot of tough players that could all flop or do well at any moment. Pittman, a start over Christian Watson? Probably not. Anything can happen, Arik with an A. Anything can happen. Just like your name should have been spelled with an E, but anything's possible. And Arik, you invented a new way to pronounce and say and spell your name, and it's fabulous, and I absolutely love it, Arik, and I wouldn't change it for anything. But anything can happen, proven by you. But I would go Christian Watson. He's been scoring touchdowns. Jeffrey with a $2 hauler, start 3, Kamara, ETN. This question's more about start 1, Jeffrey. Let's put respect on Kamara and ETN. Start 1 between Pittman and Watson. I'm going to go with Christian Watson over Pittman. It's very close. Anything can happen. That's just the way it is. But it's raining, Smitty says. These nuts. Yeah, it is raining here too in Phoenix. Smitty, Gus Edwards, or Pollard? Going Pollard. Bill is the cool uncle we all need. He's the uncle of the show. Uncle Tickler. Maybe that's what we change. Uncle Tickler. That sounds awful. I don't think anybody wants to be called Uncle Tickler. Oh, that's horrible. That's a horrible name. The Uncle Tickler. That just... All right. Jeffrey, appreciate your super chat. Arik with another super. $10 hauler from Arik.
To the moon.
To the moon, Arik. Arik's the man. Arik says, appreciate you, Smitty. Let me get some mashed potatoes. Absolutely, Arik. Arik.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
To the moon, Arik. Yeah, buddy. My dude. Fins up. Just wait on it. Ramon, I'm picking. I'm a Niner. I'm a Niner. Like, I don't know. I want to say I'm a Niner supporter. I support a lot of my Niner buddies in their endeavors, and I just feel like I feel like this is going to be a tough battle between two really good teams, and I just think the Dolphins maybe best them. but it's going to be a fun game to watch. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you? What can I do for you?
I got some questions. What do you think about the Pollard and Zeke debate?
I mean, they're both being used. They're both eating into each other's workload. Pollard's the much better running back. Zeke is sometimes used, at least he was last week, in a way that frustrates Pollard owners because it's like he gets the good carries sometimes, and Pollard has to do a lot of the grunt work. And sometimes that results in good big plays, like Pollard's capable of doing, ripping off a big long play that Zeke couldn't rip off. But I feel like it also, like last week, put Pollard in a bad spot where he got low yards per carry. Zeke got the gravy. Zeke got the touchdown. So it's a tough dilemma, bro. I love Pollard 10 times more, and I start him in a flex spot pretty comfortably. But if you're depending on your options, I could see you going away from Pollard this week.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboy. I'm a Dallas fan, so I'm just trying to think of what's better for us and what could be better.
Yeah.
You think Odell's gonna come to us?
Do I think Odell? I think Odell is not. There's no way Odell is going to help anyone. I shouldn't say no way, but it's a very unlikely scenario that Odell is going to help anyone. I don't understand why everyone's been talking about Odell. You know, it's not your fault because everyone's talking about it. So I understand why you're talking about it, but I don't understand why this is even out there for people to consume. Like Odell is not even ready. He's not ready. It's December 4. You know, the odds of him being full go at any point, you know, joining up with the team, learning the play, like he could get out there pretty quickly. If they sign him on a Monday, he could play that Sunday, I suppose, but would he be ready? Would he be versed in the offense? No.
Yeah. Who do you think I should start this weekend for my wide receiver? Should I start George Pickens or Brandon Ayuk?
I would go Pickens, but it's close.
Yeah.
You know, if Debo's ruled out last minute or something, then I guess Ayuk is maybe a better play. But I don't know. I could still argue Pickens. I could go back and forth on it. I really like Pickens. He's such a talented player. I only worry about that his volume and situation isn't like the most ideal, but it can be okay at times. I think Ron Navy makes some good points that Pickett's improving, and I don't think anybody should be expecting Pickett to be who he's supposed to be right now anyway. He's learning, and he's getting better and better. But I think there's limitations there. So if Ayuk was the number one wide receiver option, which there's still a lot of sharing to do with a quarterback that can only facilitate so much and game scripting that oftentimes has the foot taken off the gas pedal with Shanahan, especially when he gets down into the 10, 15, 10-yard line. He starts changing it up and he gets up by 10 points and he takes his foot off the gas, and there's a lot of reasons to be worried about Ayuk too, but I probably go Ayuk if Debo's out. I go Pickens if Debo's in.
Yeah, because I've been switching back and forth, and then I don't start one, the other one has a good week, so it's been back and forth crazy.
Yeah. All right, broski.
Yeah. All right, can I get a shout out for Shannon Tucker really quick?
Who's Shannon Tucker?
That's my friend's dad. He's a really big fan of you.
He's a really big fan?
Yeah.
Shannon Tucker? Shannon Tucker!
Mashed potatoes!
Shannon Tucker!
Thanks.
To the moon!
To the moon.
I think. I don't know
Thank you,
Shannon,
Schmidt.
but if you vouch for Shannon, let's do it. All right.
Thank you for your time, man.
Appreciate you. Later.
Later.
All right. Thank you for the super chat there. D says, I hurt CMC's feelings. Appreciate the super chat. Kenny, what's good, Smitty? Tua or T-Law? Also, Pittman or Zay? I go Zay as long as he's playing. And I go Tua in what I believe to be a shootout. But Lawrence is probably safer, Kenny. If you need steady Eddie, Trevor Lawrence is probably your guy. Pick it over Garoppolo. Pick it over Garoppolo. Garoppolo. Pickett says Ron Navy. I agree. I'd probably start Pickett over Garoppolo, but I don't know. I'm not a big Garoppolo fan. And it's not because I hate Garoppolo or anything. He's just not. He doesn't. It's not. He's not a high scoring. Touchdown throwing machine. He's just not. Not that Pickett is, but they're very close. They're very close. No offense, Ron. I don't mean to call Pickett and Garoppolo a very close call, but hopefully no one has to start either one. Like that's the real moral of this story. No one should be starting either one in their fantasy team unless you're in a super flex league. To be honest with you, we've been live for 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's now 2:20 a.m. my time. That means it's 4:20 a.m. Eastern. We've been live for almost 3.5 hours. I think it's time to go. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all of you guys. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live tomorrow morning, every Sunday morning. The last half hour leading into kickoff, I am live here I'm live here on YouTube, and I'm live on Instagram the first half hour of that final hour leading into kickoff. So if you aren't a YouTube exclusive member, Smitty, look for my membership questions. Okay, let me see. Kenny, appreciate you again. Let me see if I can get a membership question up in this mug. Let's see here. Can you ask your question again? Or actually, you know what? I can search for you. Hold on. Membership question. Catch you later, Swaggy. This is True Gentleman. True Gentleman. Am I taking a left for sitting Barkley this week? Scared of Washington defense. It does matter who you have, but I would definitely say let's see here. Flex, Christian Watson, Olave, Kirk, Barkley, scared of Washington defense. You've got to start Barkley, bro. I'd start Barkley. I'm not saying I don't like those options for other spots, but you got to start Barkley. Any other membership questions? Let me see if I've got any other membership questions. Thank you again, East Coast Tatty, for giving out those memberships. What a dude. I think I covered all the membership questions, but yeah, don't sit Barkley, bro. That's not a good look. Not a good look. Like you were the Karate Kid. You're the best around. Thank you, Gallo. Appreciate you. Thank you, Deez. Appreciate you. Robert, let's give us a round of applause for Robert. He's been dropping a lot of super chat fire lately. I'm not saying this to get you to drop more, Robert. You do what you want. Never expected, always appreciated. I'm not asking for anything. I just want you to know how much I appreciate what you have been dropping. And Robert's the man. Same thing for Ron Navy. Ron Navy's always up in here dropping super chats. We've got Rock Out always in here. Blackbeard's always here, moderating and being a monster. Travis Rose always hanging out here and just being a positive person. Alton Payne, same thing. I even appreciate Swaggy when Swaggy's behaving. Uncle Slayer, I appreciate Uncle Slayer. Auntie Slayer, appreciate Auntie. Appreciate Peanut Butter is always in here. First in the building half the time. Double A's my guy. Double A's been rocking here for a long time. Double A, appreciate you. I wish I could name everybody. I can't name everybody. I want to name everybody. D-Town's been a total supporter. Shoddy's been a baller here for a while now. I'm just glancing through the chat right now too to just make sure I'm getting some of you regulars and giving you the shout out. Mr. TD. I mean, come on. Mr. TD to the moon.
To the moon.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. TD? Appreciate Mr. TD. God, there's so many of you I wish I could just call out. East Coast Tatty, always doing amazing things. Vamp is a monster. Auric is the man. I love Auric. I said Shoddy already. I said Mr. TD already. Ed M. Ed M's been showing up lately. Like a monster. I mean, there's so many amazing people in this chat. I wish I could. Please don't take offense if I didn't. Thank you. Also want to just thank everybody that super chatted in order, or roughly in order, I think. Ron Navy, Kenny, Dees, Ron Navy, Arik, Jeffrey, Arik, Robert, Mitchell, again, always appreciate you. Rick, Ed M, Ron Navy, Pix, Jared T, Megas 11, Avi, Neil, Chris Smith, Ron Navy again, Ryan, Fane, Ryan, Tonk, Charles T. Oh, and Charles T. Shout out to Charles T. Charles T. to the moon. He's been dropping fire super chats for a while now, and just such a good dude anyway. So Charles T. appreciate you. WRM, Shady, Sick Nasty's been doing it. He's been a positive force here for a while now. Logan Powell, appreciate you. Avi's been here since. Avi was born on the show. Avi was born. He was conceived right on the show 4 years ago. Avi's been trucking here for 4 years. Avi to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate Avi. Born on the show. Johnny 2K. Jonathan, WRM again. Just get it done. Jaime. Ryan with $20 super chats, each one of them bad boys. TMT, $20 super chat. Ron Navy. Fat Mike. TMT again. TMT. Can we... TMT at the beginning. TMT, appreciate you. I don't know if you're still here, but TMT's been dropping fire lately. Rock Out again. Travis Rowe again. Corey Hannon. Charles T again. There's Charles.
To the moon.
Charles lives on the moon, I guess. Charles T, appreciate you. Drink the Punch. Tyler, appreciate that super chat earlier. Kyle, Oliver, Drew, Rock Out, Ron Navy again. Howard B, Rock Out again. I mean, what can I say? What can a man say when he's got this kind of loyal following and a bunch of monsters in the chat constantly? People say, Smitty, you're the best. Smitty, you're the GOAT. In one ear, out the other. You know why? Because I work for you. It goes in one ear and out the other because it needs to come back to you because you're all the GOATs. I appreciate you. I work for you. I'll see you in the morning. Get your Kenneth Walker ready.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
James Jackson wants a shout out. James Jackson. Appreciate you. I start Olave, my guy. Out in pain. Instructing people where the exits are, but telling you to hit the thumb up on the way out the exit. Swing 'em, says Travis. Ed M. Appreciate you. Romez, another one. Thank you, Romez. Appreciate you. East Coast Tatty, peace out. Swaggy, peace out. Travis Rowe. Travis Rowe just rowing on by with his lightsabers. I pictured Travis Rowe in a rowboat with lightsabers, just rowing through water, just cutting it up. Ron Navy's still in bed. Oh, we got a phone call. Hello? Hello? What's up?
Go, man. Good night, bro.
I can't hear you, bro. You're muffled. Hello? Okay. Later, everybody. Appreciate you.
Smitty, you're not hearing me. I don't know a lot about fantasy football. I know everything about fantasy football. Woo-wee! You know,